And good evening from Belleville, Illinois, Belleville West High School. This is the IHSA 4A Regional Finals, and it's Quincy High Blue Devil basketball right here on mechasportsco.com. Tonight the matchup is between the Quincy High Blue Devils coming in at 28-3 against the Belleville East Lancers at 22-9. Of course, the Blue Devils won the other night in their first ball game against O'Fallon. And right after that, Belleville East beat Belleville West 59-50. We'll break that down. We'll hear from Coach, but let's hear from Coach Pettit first, as here we are. We won each game. It's the championship of the regionals, and that's really all on your mind is tonight and the minute that you're at the game. First quarter, second quarter, third quarter, whatever time you're in, that's where you're at.
Game number 2 of the second season, is basically what you're looking at.
Thank you.
We start out 0-0. We got the first one. Now we're looking at the second one. And, to be honest with you, all of the teams that, have won championships have had a close game, early on, in the regionals or the sectionals or so on. Like last year with Normal Community and the Quincy High Blue Devils, up in Pekin. There's always that one game, to where, you need to, step it up, and take care of business. You know what I mean? So, I don't think this is going to be the game, but we got to come out and we got to make sure we get after it on the defensive end. We can't let this team hang around, for in the fourth quarter they're down by 2 going into the fourth. That's not a good look. So, we got to come out and get after it early and, make sure that we, put this team, in their place, so to speak.
Indeed. Get the championship out there. Oh, my headphone went there for a second there. And, of course, we'll hear from Coach. And when we come back, we'll talk a little bit more because they have 9 losses, but it's pretty impressive of their losses. And, and 7 of them are the same 3 teams on that. So it's the pregame show right here at Quincy High Blue Devil basketball. The regional final, it's mechasportsco.com.
If you're building a house, remodeling an older home, thinking about a new deck, or need a whole new kitchen, Woodmart is your project partner. Since 1978, Woodmart has been the most trusted building materials and kitchen and bath design company in the Quincy area. At Woodmart, you'll find enthusiastic, experienced professionals helping you through every phase of your project. We offer smart advice for the contractor or do-it-yourselfer and top-quality materials. Woodmart Building Center, 2000 North 12th Quincy, your project partner since 1978.
This game is brought to you by Mecha Sports Co. You can find us at mechasportsco.com, on YouTube at youtube.com/@mechasportsco, and on Facebook at facebook.com/mechasportsco. Be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss any coverage for all 4 Quincy High School basketball teams, boys and girls. Get the play-by-play and color call from Wellman and Pettit exclusively on Mecha Sports Co.
Show, and the coach's comments are powered by Kunis Honda, Kunis Hyundai. With me, Andy Douglas, and here we are, regional finals, and a good team in Belleville East. I think if I look at him, good point guard, quick out front. But I think another thing, and we always go through Keyshawn, I think we can go through Keyshawn as we always do because I don't think they can stop him inside.
Extremely quick point guard. I think transition, we've talked about how important transition is all year long, and tonight's going to be key. I mean, this is a kid, might be one of the better ones we've seen. He's adamant. He wants to get to the rim, get to the basket, and create, and he does a really good job of that. For us, it's, being able to handle that type of physicality. I mean, you're going to see physical defense played. Keyshawn's going to see double teams at times, potentially triple teams, depending on the situation. So he's been able to handle himself well inside, find guys on the perimeter, find guys cutting through the paint. Rico did a really good job behind the back, no look passes, trusting that Key's going to go to the basket. We need all of our guys kind of playing to the rim tonight.
Rico had a heck of a game. We gave him the honorable mention, but after driving home, it was almost like, other than Keyshawn's good game offensively and defensively, Rico had a game.
Yeah, Key was great throughout, and I thought Rico saved us. I mean, he provided us with the spark that we really needed to really get things going offensively, defensively, kind of gave us the momentum there with that end of the third quarter steal and dunk on the other end. So, it's going to be key for him tonight, Jaraeus, all those guys off the bench, to maybe get us a few extra possessions tonight. I mean, Belleville East is is a really good squad. They're not the best getting to offensive glass, so that's something that we're going to have to take advantage of. And those guys, plus Keyshawn, plus Mark Louthan, those are guys that rebound extremely well in the offensive end.
Yeah, Louthan does do a good job with that. And Keyshawn, I've noticed just a few times here and there where when he gets that ball and he gets double teamed, instead of getting it back out and then repositioning, he's trying to keep working through that instead of realizing, hey, give it up, you'll get it back.
Right, and he's got to trust that. He's got to trust the perimeter guys are going to give him a look. That's been something we struggle with a little bit. I mean, we're trying to get him looks from the slots, from the top of the key area, and we still don't look at him clean enough. I mean, if teams are going to front him, he's doing a much better job of sealing guys and keeping them up high. We got to find him in those situations. But, yeah, I mean, double teams come. You got to trust that guys on the perimeter are going to be ready to knock down shots and also ready to get the ball back into them.
We went to the point guard. Let's go back to the point guard real quick. Cam is faster than almost all point guards out there. He's had a couple. How does that set with Cam tonight? Does he try to go toe-to-toe, or do we just stop the ball and stop the other, and then let's play it out as we go, and if we have to change the lineup a little bit, we might have to?
Well, I mean, we have guys that we can put on him that'll cause some problems just based on length. But Cam's going to have to do what he's done all season. He's played extremely smart of keeping guys in front. He can't get into a reaching battle thinking he's going to get steal after steal on this kid because it's not going to happen. So just keeping the ball in front, turning them into outside shooters, contested outside shooters, that's exactly what we want. So it's going to take not only Cam, but it's going to take everybody else off the ball to be able to stop penetration in the gap, and our guys are ready to control that.
And you can have your game face. I don't mind a little talking to. We appreciate that. You never want to pull guys back. That's one thing he does have to watch is getting in a verbal war out there.
Well, it's an emotional game, and you're playing in an emotional tournament now where you know that any game could be your last. So we that's something that's on the bottom of our board. The last thing we're going to talk about is keep your emotions in check. I mean, everything that we do tonight is for us. It's not for the crowd. It's not, to go against the, opposing team and to show them up. I mean, this is for us. And we got to keep our emotions in check from the tip all the way to the final buzzer.
Well done. Hey, one other thing there. Congratulations on the conference awards. It really showed what those guys did. And, and Mark Louthan was hanging there with that team too. But, 4 guys getting worthy accolades.
Yeah, it's a pretty special, accolades for those guys. They've put themselves in position to get that. Obviously, Brad being the top with the, most valuable player. But all those guys are very well deserved. I'm happy for Cam to get the nod and for other coaches to kind of see how important and valuable he was this year.
Yep, kind of like Collinsville. Great game.
Absolutely.
All right, that's Andy Douglas. And his comments are brought to you by QHS Honda, QHS Hyundai, Faith Family, and Giving Back. When we come back, it's the Blue Devils and the Lancers. It's for the regional title right here on MechaSportsCo.com.
Bet you outdrive you this hole.
If you outdrive me, I'll take $10,000 off every car sold at Kunis Quincy this month.
Daddy needs a new ride.
This stream is brought to you by Mecha Sports Co., your streaming platform for all 4 Quincy High School basketball teams. Be sure to subscribe and like on YouTube and Facebook. Just search Mecha Sports Co., and you won't miss a thing from QHS Blue Devils and Lady Devils with coverage for the QND Raiders and Lady Raiders on the road. Be sure to visit MechaSportsCo.com for the complete schedule of games and more.
And welcome back to Belleville West. Coach's comments, of course, with Andy was QHS Honda, QHS Hyundai. Had the windows down today. Boy, 70 degrees, and tomorrow's going to be 30. That's really nice out there. Hey,
When I woke up this morning, it was, 20, 25 up in Rockford, and, had to wear my hat and my jacket and everything to work. I get down here, it's like,
put the shorts on.
68 degrees. I'm like, and that's why I got to Belleville later on today, and it was like, oh, goodness gracious.
Got here so early that I ended up taking a 20, 30-minute walk in the huge parking lot outside and had a little there. Hey, talked about Belleville East and their losses. They got 9 losses on the season, 3 to Althoff, 2 to Edwardsville, 2 to Alton, and they lost to Woodlands, of course, in the Collinsville tournament, the team out of Texas, and they also lost to East St. Louis. So their losses have not come by anybody shabby, and really that East St. Louis beat them by 18. Most of their games, Althoff beat them by 14, were somewhat close, too.
Well, yeah, I mean, this is a good, gritty little ball club. And, you know, I say little, they've got, you know, maybe one kid, you know, it's going to be 6'6" starting and another one coming in at 6'6", you know, and then a 6'3" sophomore. So, I mean, this is not a very big team. You know, I think Coach had it right on the money is, you know, driving, taking it to the hole, you got to keep them in front of you. You know, don't worry about reaching and whatever because, you know, it's a good ball handling team, you know, and, you know, basically make sure you're getting on the glass because they're going to shoot a lot of long threes. You got 3 of them that are launching threes at, you know, about 4 or 5 per game. You know what I mean? So threes are going to be going up, so you got to make sure, you know, weak side or, you know, I mean, you don't know, you know, if you're challenging well, you know, it could come straight out, it could come whatever, but everybody, you know, needs to put a body on somebody every time, you know, the ball goes up, you know, and you need to make sure, you know, that you're yelling shot out, you know, so they know it is time to go out and find somebody, you know, so they can't get the rebound.
Yeah, Coach did mention that they don't hit the boards that hard, but I expect them to hit the boards darn hard tonight because keeping every ball alive, this is, hey, loser goes home. So there's no reason why not to hit the boards. They had to get a couple of those losses were at the Collinsville tournament when they lost to Woodlands and turned around and lost right after that against Althoff. So,
well, you know, my biggest thing is, you know, we got to work on our collection of nets. You know, we want a Belleville West net, a little hunk of that, you know, to take back home to Quincy. You know, that's, you know, you start out with the net collection, you know, and this group has one heck of a net collection. So, you know, let's get a Belleville West net right now, and then we'll get a Collinsville net next time.
And Collinsville will be fun. And Coach, you know, you talked the other night about how playing any Southwestern team down here, Collinsville is our home floor, but actually it's not. They only play one time a year there. We got 4 games in during Christmas, so we might have the advantage playing at Collinsville.
Well, yeah, but, I mean, it's so close to everybody down here that they're going to pack the stands down there, and it will be a, you know, I believe a hostile crowd. I mean, we'll have our bottom row here, but everybody else will be rooting for, you know, either Edwardsville or Alton coming up.
And I challenge any of those schools to travel as well as the Quincy High fans do.
Oh, they don't. Nobody does.
They're packed on one side right now, and so.
That's why we have the mecca of, you know, high school basketball, Quincy, Illinois.
And the mecca fans that go with it there. As we get ready for the starting lineups, the national anthem, we'll take a break. And when we return, back with the starting lineups and the regional final, after we hear this word from Blessing Health, Blessing Orthopedic and Sports Medicine, we've got you covered from head to toe.
From competitive youth sports to high school and college athletes to fitness enthusiasts, sports injuries can easily put you on the sidelines. Our orthopedic surgeons and sports medicine physicians are here to diagnose and treat your sports injuries should they arise. Every step of your journey matters to us, and when life throws you a curveball, trust Blessing Health's orthopedics and sports medicine team to get you back in the game. At Blessing Health, we've got you covered from head to toe.
And our national anthem. And, you know, Coach, as we look, obviously we talked about how well Quincy travels. And looking up there, this whole side is filled with Quincy fans.
Oh, yeah.
Other side, it's pretty sparse.
Yep.
And that's from a team who's 22-9, playing for the regional championship, too.
Well, the fans in Quincy are the best. I'm sorry, you know, you can go wherever you want, you know, whether it's to the pit or the Blue Devil Gymnasium. Quincy fans are the best.
And with that, good luck to Greg Albix and the Raiders tonight as they tried to beat Williamsville in their championship at Pittsfield tonight.
That'll be a tough one.
We'll give you a little update on that if we get it. Here's the visiting team. First of all, the Lancers out of Belleville East. The visiting
Belleville
team.
West.
I mean, West.
Belleville East. At Belleville West. Sorry, I get confused.
Well, and it's amazing, too, that we're saying the visiting team from Belleville. They are starting off the 5'10", number 0. He's a senior, Xavier Moody. 6'1", Jalen Dawson. He'll wear number 4. He's also a senior. Jalen Coleman, a junior at 5'8". He'll wear number 10. Savion Mitchell, 6'6" senior, wears number 11. And rounding it out, Ja'Cory F. Brown, number 23, a senior. 4 seniors, 6'1", so 6'1", 5'8", 6'1", 5'10", and 6'6" to round it out. Of course, they're coached by Jeff Creek. And
what that tells me is we've got opportunities to post up BL3, post up Don Clay, to post up Loughton. Because he's got to have a 6'1" dude on him. You get him down the block, get him the ball, and let's get after it. But you got to start out with Key in the middle.
And now the starting lineup for your Blue Devils. They'll be wearing their home white, trimmed in blue. And it's the seniors that have been here all season long to get us to this point, ready to take that next step. Add to the trophy case with a regional title. Number 5, Cameron Wires. He's 5'10". Cameron, by the way, honorable mention Western Big Six.
That's what I was going to say. Honorable mention Western Big Six. Great honor for Cam.
Number 12, Bradley Encore III. He's 6'4". He is your MVP from the conference this year. Dom Clay, number 14, 6'3", second team. Mark Loughton worked hard, and I'll tell you, he's the gritty guy who does the job and doesn't worry about the accolades. 6'5". He wears number 20. And then the other guy that made the first team in the middle, number 42, Keyshawn Thomas, 6'6". Of course, the Blue Devils are coached by Andy Douglas, assisted Bruce Bonas, Ryan Brown, and Jeff Obert. And that's your lineup. And those accolades are pretty good there. I've used accolades more right now than I've used in a long time.
When you go 13-1, in the conference, and have 2, first team all conference with the MVP, a second team all conference, and honorable mention, you got 4 of your 5 out of your starting lineup. They realized who the player was, in the Big Six this year.
At halftime, we'll go ahead and go through that whole team, let you know the other players that were made up that team. As Mark Loughton is in the center circle. Devils will work left or right on your dial. And the big man inside, Savion Mitchell at 6'6". And we're up. Long tip, and it got between 2 Blue Devils and got to the Lancers. They'll have the ball to start off. Left corner, air ball. Weak side, Cameron Wires with a rebound.
Well, once again, a quick 3 going up. Good job boxing out, on the weak side by Cam.
BL3 over to Keyshawn. Man-to-man coming from. Mitchell has Thomas. Man-to-man coming from the Lancers. Left side, Clay. Pick and roll. Doesn't go. Hesitates once. Hesitates twice.
Good take.
Scoops it up. No good. Just rolls off the iron. Rebound inside by Mitchell for the Lancers.
You want to see Dom taking the ball to the hole like that, against their third best defender.
Moody with the basketball. To the left side. Three-pointer Mitchell. No good. Keyshawn with a big rebound. 2 guards are down there, knocking the ball away, but it goes out of bounds. That was Coleman right there, and that's what you got to watch, the guards with their hands. Not so much coming in to take the ball, but deflecting and maybe getting a quick steal after a rebound.
Well, when Key gets the rebound, he's got to turn and face up, because if he'd have went to the other side to Dom Clay, it'd have been a quick, fast break.
Longcore pulls up for 15. Nice job, Bradley. We talked about the mid-range, how he's going too far. That time it was just right for the first basket of the ball game.
Good job of getting inside and getting the good look and bouncing back.
4 to 5 on the perimeter. Lancers just moving that rotation around. Moody has it, left side for 3. No good. Good job screening out there.
Great job of boxing out. We had 2 Blue Devils fighting for the ball underneath the basket.
Down to Clay. Clay drives to the hole, our first foul of the ball game, and it will go against Moody. So you got to like that if he gets his hand in the cookie jar. That's one thing. Get a couple of fouls on him early. That'll change the Lancers.
Well, he won't be as aggressive on the offensive end, if you get a couple fouls on him. Because, if you get that, third foul, with the, the offensive running over somebody.
BL3 out behind the arc. Starts to go. Hesitates. Goes in.
Strong
Good
move.
shot. Finger rolls with kind of a leaning on him with his back on that one. Got fouled. Did not go, but our first free throws will come from BL3. And I think BL3 is averaging, what's he averaging, about 80%? He is definitely up in there on the season.
Oh, yeah. No ifs, ands, or buts.
We had just got a new sheet there when took a look earlier. Bradley makes the first one. Because as a team, I was checking it out and how Keyshawn has worked his way back up from where he was at. Longcourt shooting 86% on the season from the free throw line. BL3 will have another one. No good. Tipped. Keyshawn reached out to grab it. Last man to touch it.
Don't say that again what he's shooting, all right, man?
No doubt. Well, that was part of that 13%. Or not 13, but 13%. You're going to have that sometime, but thank you. Here we're in the half-court set, 6:20 left in the first quarter. Wellman and Pettit, by the way, with the call tonight. Devils lead 3-0. Man-to-man, ball in the right corner. It comes back out. Coleman has the ball. Drives in, too far, stops. He's shut down. Gets the pass out to Moody. Good help there with Keyshawn on that one.
Man, I love the defensive, aggressiveness, of the Devils here, moving their feet and getting in front and keeping them in front.
Coleman being hounded by Wires right in front of the Devils bench. Ball out of bounds, last touch by Cameron. That's the intensity you like. Get up in on him.
Oh, yeah.
And the bench did a good job of standing up and clapping without getting too crazy.
Oh, well, that's all right. They can get a little crazy if they want to.
I would agree,
as far
Coach.
as I'm concerned.
That's what we talk about. You got to use that inner arrogance out there a little bit and just make sure it's not too much directed at the guy. Keep it inside. And a foul on the Devils. First one in the ball game. They'll call it on BL3.
Well, and the one thing I'm looking at, I don't think the Devils are switching up as much as they usually do. You know what I mean? They're sticking with their man a little bit more, and making sure they, getting their grills, and stay out there. They're not switching up to where, Keyshawn's got to guard the little 5'10" point guard.
Wires on Moody. Moody backs it in. Misses the shot. Keyshawn with another rebound. Outlet to Cameron on the right side. Cameron splits three guys all the way to the hole, and he scores. Cameron takes it through three guys with the left hand for the layup. Devils up 5-0.
Great outlet pass by Key. Getting the rebound, fighting it out, threw it out there, and, caught him right in stride to go the whole hard, on the transition offensive possession.
Lit the seams. Inside, turnaround shot, no good. Keyshawn working it, tips, Laughlin got it. Shot was taken by Dawson. In the half-court set, hesitation. Off the glass, good. BL3 fading away, hits it off the glass. Devils start off 7-0. We've got a timeout, 5:06 left in the first. Lancers need to talk about it. We'll let our sponsors talk about it too. Back on mechasportsco.com.
Freiburg Insurance, your local independent Pekin insurance partner, is proud to support young people in sports and academics in the Quincy area. After the game, make a note to stop by their office and discuss your current policies and future needs for your business, home, auto, and family. Pekin Insurance offers a variety of plans to meet your coverage needs. Give Freiburg Insurance a call at 217-224-7775. Go Devils.
I don't give a shit.
Go tell him he's taking it. Hold on. Back to Belleville West, regional final here. Good start in the first 2 minutes, minus 4 seconds. 5:06 left in the first quarter, 7-0. And the Devils have taken the ball to the hole, and that's the key there. And they've stopped the penetration of Moody on the other end, and only one and done on every possession so far.
Well, you've got to make sure that you're challenging, every shot that goes up and making sure it's one and done. And that's what they've done so far. Keyshawn's been a beast on the boards and, getting it pushed out. Oh.
Savion Mitchell came from the weak side, got on the block, missed a point-blank shot, but an offensive rebound. Driving to the hole, kicks back out. Shot from outside, rolls in and out. Offensive board by the smallest guy, Moody. Moody misses, but this time BL3 comes down. Long pass to Keyshawn, being double-teamed, and he bounces off his foot, but a good idea. Couple of those rebounds, it wasn't, it's just bad luck.
No, well, I didn't like that, defensive set down there, giving them three different looks, at the basket. We got to do a better job on that end.
4:30 left in the first quarter. Devils in there man-to-man. Two at the high, gets down in the paint, kicks it out in the left corner. Dawson starts to make a move, off the glass. No good. Keyshawn flies in, knocks the ball out of bounds, so it will be Lancer basketball under their own basket. Glad Coach Pettit, he snuck in the scoreboard there for us tonight. Get the left side of the scoreboard in case you guys like squinting down and seeing what's up there.
We'll try to give you the scores, though, too.
Oh, stay with us on that. Every basket there, every basket. Inbounded, Moody.
Oh.
Wires goes up on him. Moody pulls up, 14-footer. No good. Cam comes down with a rebound. Check that. Clay.
Yep.
One pass down. Keyshawn on the block. Works.
That's got to be a foul.
And he gets a break. Well, I was going to say
jump ball.
It had to be close to a 3-second because he was making his move around in a circle, and so it was kind of a bailout. So 3 seconds, jump ball. I guess the only good thing is the jump ball gives us the next jump ball.
Jump ball. No.
Keyshawn took a little too much time, and actually when he came around, the two men should have looked opposite
corner.
corner.
Well, he had three guys on him. You know, that's when you got to look outside.
Bounce inside. BL3 with the basket.
Good strong move by BL3.
Dom Clay just dropped it right down there on the flash. 9-0. Blue Devils halfway through.
Nice out-of-bounds play by Coach Douglas setting that up.
Dawson has it knocked away.
Oh.
Clay gets a steal. Dom comes down, up, throws it down, folks. Clay with a steal. The scoop, the dunk.
Starts on the defensive end. You know what I mean? And then you go down and get the easy looks at the other end. Transition basketball.
And, you know, it wasn't so easy as you thought because right on his hip was the guard.
Oh, yeah.
And Dom just exploded up there and cupped it and said,
well,
exclamation point.
When you got a 5'10 guard chasing a 6'3", you know, the 6'3 should go up and dunk it, throw it down.
There's some 5'10 guys that would challenge that.
Well, yeah, there are.
Keyshawn, not many, though. Keyshawn got called on the foul, his first, Devils second.
Oh, on the floor.
It's on. Longcourt comes away with it. BL3 slips a little bit. Louthen in transition,
there
right side, off the front. Clay comes in. Woo. He got knocked out of Dom's hands.
Oh, no. My question is how this official on the other side see that when there's no way he could have seen it.
Right. That was the problem because this guy up here couldn't see it.
Yeah,
either.
well, this guy up here didn't make the call. Guy down here did. And that, sorry.
Lancers get the basketball back. 11-0. Blue Devils with the lead. Oh, almost taken away on the left side there. Well, getting lazy is that Dawson was waiting for the basketball and then passing it over to him, bringing it to him almost, was Ja'Cory Brown.
Well, once again, we've almost gone 5 minutes here, and the Devil defense has given up a goose egg. You know what I mean? So, great defense by the Devils.
Mitchell passes right side. Driving in, hesitation, Dawson. Has to go somewhere with it.
Don't reach.
Ball's knocked away, Dom, and then it's knocked away a second time. Cameron comes away with it. Wires, Clay pulls up, 24 feet. Good! Dom Clay from 24, three-pointer. And that's brought to you by Woodmart Building Center. 12th and Seminary Road. Another timeout with 2:45 left in the first. Devils lead 14-0. We're back with the last 3 minutes of this quarter and an exciting one. MechaSportsCo.com.
Start your day off the right way at Hardee's.
We have new items for our breakfast 2 for $5. You can get a biscuits and gravy, sausage egg, or cinnamon roll. Any two of those for $5. You can't beat a made-from-scratch biscuit here at Hardee's. Sausage egg, biscuits and gravy, or a cinnamon roll. 2 for $5.
Is there any place better for breakfast than Hardee's? Come see for yourself. Hardee's at 30th and Broadway, Quincy.
Oh, we're moving down.
Back here at Belleville West, timeout taken with 2:45. I love it. The shift went on here.
Yes.
A section of students were right in front of us, and they all shifted down 3 bleachers because they were open down below and it just all at one time.
And hey, what's up, guys?
There's a wave from Longo. That's Longo's grandson right there. You can't get away from us. And a shout-out to Matt and Amy. I think they just got back to Quincy from Florida as they just spent the last 2 months. And look, Matt leaves when it was 70. He comes back when it's 70. 14-0. Inside 3 minutes, first quarter action. Lancers with the basketball coming in the ball game now. Troy Alexander. He wears number 2. Moody with it on the dribble to the right side. Wires is guarding him.
Well, and they're not switching up either. You know, they're jumping it and.
Block shot by Dom. It's inside. Back out now. Shot was taken by Dawson. He got point blank and Dom said no. Right side three-pointer no good. Long rebound to the left corner. Tracked down by the Lancers. That's Alexander who just checked in. Oh, here's a steal by Dom in the passing lane. He's up. Two-hand Dom Clay. Clay throws it down after the steal with 2 hands on that one. 16-0. Did they call it technical?
I believe so.
Now look.
So Belleville West might be able to get their first point now.
And it's bad because here's the deal. You got a guy coming behind you and under you. You grab it. I'm sorry, you got to swing. let the guy go by and come down. It really wasn't egregious at all.
No, not at all. Not at all. I mean,
no, they call it.
That's all right. That's all right.
I guess that is.
That's all right.
I will agree with you on that one.
Oh, and he missed it. You know,
Dom
karma. I guess you have to say. Oh, he gets another one here. We'll see.
Dom. I'll tell you what. For the last 2 dunks there he's had,
I was gonna say something, but I don't think I can say it over.
We'll give it to him. 1 out of 2. So Belleville scores with 2:06 left in the first. It's still 16-1. We already had the bucket, so we're not losing the basketball. So really, in that position, I got no complaints with that.
Well, I
got a complaint with the call.
Well,
but go ahead, Dom. Throw 2 more down in the first quarter. Lancers in the half-court set.
Well, he's already got 2. If we get 1 more, I'd be good.
Inside out, and that was a nice shot. On the outside, James Johnson, who just checked in, the lefty, fired a 3 after it went inside. Devils waste no time. In transition, BL3 from the corner. Wires gets the assist. Bradley gets the 3. Brought to you by WoodenArtBuildingCenter.com. 19-4, 130.
Once again, secondary push on transition, and the kick to the corner. That's what Cam does.
Dawson made a great move to the basket. Missed it. Keyshawn knocked it away. It went to the Lancers, but the great job of the Devils covering up. Jump ball. Did we have a jump ball since we had that one? I guess we must have, because it's going back to the Lancers. 1:25 left in the first.
Yeah, I thought we got the last one down here that I didn't think was a jump ball.
That's right. Thank you, Coach. Because I mentioned the one before that. We didn't mind giving that up. Glad you're with us on this Friday evening. Yes. And we've got a foul inside. Keyshawn was standing there and going to make a move. Was Johnson.
Somebody knocked Keyshawn down. That had to be one heck of a smack.
No doubt. Well, Taylor did it at Quincy with Moline, so his size.
Oh, yeah.
That's a little different.
He's as big as Keyshawn.
Milton Whitfield into the game now. So it's Clay, BL3, Whitfield, Keyshawn, and Rico's in now too. Cameron gets a break. Also Louthan. BL3 across the timeline. Steps back. 18-footer. Good. Boy, he is hitting on all cylinders right now, Coach.
He's feeling it tonight. No ifs, ands, or buts. He gets that open look. He's going to knock it down.
Keep doing it, baby. 21-4, down to 1 minute left in the first.
Well, we're in our 1-3-1 now, giving him a little bit different look with Whitfield out front.
Whitfield to clap a couple times there, letting Moody know he's there. Into the corner. Rico comes out good.
Gosh, so long and
tipped
so
away.
active.
Rico got the tip. Out to Whitfield. Whitfield up under, slows it down and scores. Sweet move by Whitfield, slowing his layup down. We're up 24. Check that, 23-4. Inside 40 seconds in the first quarter.
Well, once again, defensive transition, turning into easy offensive baskets.
Now, a lot of people have said, we watched it in the last few weeks and they get kind of last few games and kind of giving that the whole hum. Here's your whole hum right here.
Well, this is a very good ball club. Plays in a very tough conference, and they've come out and, this is an unbelievable effort on the defensive end.
Drive to the basket. Rico almost gets the steal on the side. Taking to the basket, and that is a nice little move there. A lot of guys slipping tonight. And I'm not sure if it's the floor or their shoes. That was Moody, by the way, that made that basket. BL3 across the timeline. Down to 5 seconds left.
Gotta go.
Bradley pulls up from the volleyball line, just off the front of the iron. He would have liked to have that one, but just a little out there, pretty deep actually. He was in
very, very deep. He was at the B and the BW out there at half court.
And I'm not sure how our gym set up. Otherwise, I'd tell you he was at Swansea or Edwardsville or somewhere else on that. Hey, we played one quarter here. It's the regional final. Your Quincy High Blue Devils 23. The Belleville East Lancers 6. And, of course, it's Blue Devil basketball right where you want it on MeccaSportsCo.com.
If you're building a house, remodeling an older home, thinking about a new deck, or need a whole new kitchen, Woodmart is your project partner. Since 1978, Woodmart has been the most trusted building materials and kitchen and bath design company in the Quincy area. At Woodmart, you'll find enthusiastic, experienced professionals helping you through every phase of your project. We offer smart advice for the contractor or do-it-yourselfer and top-quality materials. Woodmart Building Center, 2000 North 12th Quincy, your project partner since 1978.
back at Belleville West. 1 quarter in the books. Blue Devils 23. And I tell you, they came out and met business right off the bat. 16 straight points. 2 timeouts later by Belleville East. The last one at the 2:45 mark. And then if it wasn't for the technical on the dunk by Dom Clay, they don't score at the 2:06 mark. They did come back and hit 3, the Lancers, to make it 16-4. Devils ran off 7 more before the last basket. It's 23-6 after 1.
Well, great job on the defensive end. Challenging the shots because, Belleville East is going to want to fire up the 3. We've challenged shots and for the most part, except for maybe a couple of possessions, it's been one and done.
Devils start off the second quarter with the ball. Bradley's at half court. He gets it to Keyshawn. Keyshawn tried to get it back to Bradley and bounced it out of bounds, so it goes over after 9 seconds to the Lancers. Whitfield at the point of the 1-3-1. Keyshawn's in the middle of it with Longcroix on his right, Clay on his left, and then Clay Jr., which would be Rico, taking the baseline. Rico's out there now. Ball's on the floor after he tipped it. It comes back out. Mitchell off the left side. Mitchell hits the three-pointer. That's your 6'6" kid with a three-pointer off the left side. 1 extra pass. 23-9. Devils in the half-court set. Thomas over to Clay. Left wing. That's Whitfield. Back to Clay. Rico's there, his brother, his twin, to set the screen. All the way to the hole. Nice ditch. Good job, Dom. I thought Dom lost the ball.
Yeah, I think he did too, but we'll give him an assist
But it went right to Rico. And Rico turned and made the basket. 25-9. There's no doubt about that.
And we're still in our 1-3-1. Whitfield out front, being very active and very long.
On the perimeter, still Moody. Coleman. Ball was kicked out there. Mitchell, the big guy. But you still have Ja'Cory Brown in. And, of course, Johnson came in. Well, Johnson came in. He stays in. There's your lineup for your Lancers. 1-3-1 still by the Blue Devils.
God, what a long 1-3-1. Especially with Whitfield out front and Rico Clay Jr. running the baseline.
Shot from the left corner, no good. Louthan flashes in. No, actually, it was BL3. And the ball bounced out, and Moody picked it up and in for the layup.
You got to be able to box that out and get the rebound and go the other way.
25-11. BL3 across the timeline on the far side. One pass to Dom, makes it to the right side. The second pass, Thomas. Dom pulls up, 16-footer. No good. Rebound comes out to the left side. Milton came in with a little too much contact. Foul will be called against Milton Whitfield.
He waited just a half a second, to go get that basketball, and he was a little bit late and got there late and then reached in and got the foul.
First foul of the second quarter for either team. First one on Milton as well. 6 minutes left and a few seconds in change. Across the timeline with the basketball, that's Coleman. Right side, Dawson. Now a lob inside for an alley-oop. Mitchell, you're down by 14, and you're going to try to run an alley-oop cross court from the right wing to the low block. We'll give them that anytime.
Well, I had a play that, I used to work all the time if they'd catch it and make the layup. But first 17 times we tried it up in Durant, we didn't make it.
If that 18th is for the state title, it's pretty good then.
Well, yeah, but it wasn't.
Wires brings it down. Coleman's going to guard him. Both teams played man-to-man, except for our 1-3-1 we've been running at them. Rico's in the right corner. Down in the short corner. There's Keyshawn. Back out to BL3. BL3 off the front of the iron. Ball's tipped twice. And I wondered there when they called, I figured Coleman had Rico on his back. So for Rico, it'll be his first foul. Second for the Devils in the second quarter. 5:41 left in the quarter. Devils still 25-11 with the lead. Lancers with the basketball. Off the right side is Coleman. Takes it to the wing. Comes back this way for Mitchell, but then his crossover takes him back to the baseline. Then he says, hey, that's not there. Good job, Milton. 2 passes to left wing. Now we got a pick and roll off the wing. Dawson gets it to Coleman. Coleman starts to drive. He goes to the right wing. Skipping it out, driving to the hole, traveling. Wow.
Good help side defense that time. By Rico coming up and Whitfield coming up. It's one of those things we're back into our man now instead of our 1-3-1 because they were kind of slicing and dicing it.
Yep. And you got to keep changing things up on them. Keep them thinking. Top of the key, Rico's got the ball. Screens are coming. Went to the right side. Wires trying to get Keyshawn inside. Now Keyshawn sets a screen. Back to the top. Did we step out of bounds or did they call Cameron on a foul? Must have stepped out of bounds.
Huh.
We can't see the baseline right down there.
Well, we have our young Quincy High fans, kind of in front of us, so it's kind of hard to see. But that's fine, too.
Next break, we'll talk to those guys about maybe getting down a little bit. Into the high post. Making a move. Kicks it back out to Moody. Moody pulls up from the short corner. Shot no good off the iron. Keyshawn comes in, but Milton already had the rebound.
Good job on defense by Cam. Keeping him in front and challenging the shot.
In the half-court set, BL3 kicks it to Keyshawn. He steps back. Free throw no good. Still a good look.
Follow
your
shot.
Moody for the Lancers in the half-court set. Oh, Cam doing a good job beating to the spot. Cam heard this guy was quick. He's going to show him he's quicker.
Well, he's done a great job on him. The kid's only got 5 points so far tonight.
Mitchell gets it outside, and Mitchell at 6'6". If he gets a little space, he pulls up fast. He hits a three-pointer. 25-14. Half-court set. Longcourt starts the drive, but kicks it out on the left wing.
Once
Wires
again, we got to get back to what made us successful early, getting the ball down low and pushing it in right there.
Whitfield was triple-teamed, and as soon as he got triple-teamed, Keyshawn saw it, and he came from the top of the key to go in, get the pass, take it in, score. 27-14.
And that's Keyshawn's first 2 points of the game.
Lots of rebounds, though. Good move inside, but missed the ball.
Oh.
BL3 got the rebound. Keyshawn tried to reach out and get it. Out of bounds, so a lost one there.
Not a good idea.
Yeah, especially you're trying to throw it. You want to get your big man in play. Bring the ball down, let your big man come in and set up.
Yeah, get down the block and then see if they can guard him.
Lancers had the basketball, 3:31 left in the first, 27-14. Half-court set. Coleman has the basketball to the right. Wires doing a good job over there. Oh, Cam's going to be called for a foul. His first, third team foul. We're back to action on here. 3 minutes left in the first half. 27-14. Just like his dad. Who hit that, Coach? I missed that. I saw him, but I couldn't.
Not number 4.
That's Dawson, hits that basket.
Little floater.
Devils in a half-court set, inside 3 minutes. Good cut to the basket, and a good pass. BL3 will get the assist. Dom Clay will get the basket. Clay started this thing off. He's been quiet a little bit, so good to see him back in the action. Back on defense. Savion Mitchell, the big guy on the perimeter. They run that 4 guys around with the screens, looking for an opening. Dawson sees one. He takes it.
Oh.
Dawson gets it. Actually, I'm surprised Dom didn't get called for the flop.
Yeah, because he went sideways, going down.
Yep, nice try to get up there and get that, Jeremiah. Wires in the half-court set. Approaching 2 minutes left in the half.
Down to 11-point lead here with 2:07 to go.
Lowther with the ball. Well, we knew these guys are good and they're athletic. Timeout taken. 2:03 left. Coach wants to talk about it. The Devils 29, Lancers 18. Back with more on MeccaSportsCo.com.
This game is brought to you by Mecca Sports Co. You can find us at MeccaSportsCo.com, on YouTube at youtube.com/@MeccaSportsCo, and on Facebook at Facebook.com/MeccaSportsCo. Be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss any coverage for all 4 Quincy High School basketball teams, boys and girls. Get the play-by-play and color call from Wellman and Pettit exclusively on Mecca Sports Co.
Back here at Belleville West. Game started off 16-0. A lot of excitement. It was 23-4, and at the first quarter, 23-6, up by 17. It's within 11 right now with 2:03 left. And that's just the fact that a good team has come back and started to make some shots.
Well, and we've gotten out of what's helping us, on the offensive end, which is, going through Keyshawn, and then have him kicking it out. even though he only has 2 points.
By the way, thank you to those young guys up here that went ahead and took a seat. Keyshawn hard to the hole, and Keyshawn went one step too far. Commits the charge. That's his second, 4th team foul. No fouls on the Lancer side. By the way, again, thank you to those kids down there. Bunch of familiar faces. Some of those guys play on the sophomore squad. Appreciate that. So when you see those sophomores out there, just thank a sophomore.
Well, and they'll be able to watch the replay a little bit better and, to take a look at, what they're going to have to do next year in order to be successful.
Baseline shot, good. Nice pull up there. Thought it was Moody, but it was actually Troy Alexander who checked in the first quarter. 29-20. Devils with the basketball, Wires at the point. We got Clay squared, BL3, and Louthan. Being held out there was Dom. Nobody got it, but BL3 tracked it down. He was backing him up. Starts the drive. BL3 kicks it out. Rico shot no good from 3. Weak side rebound. Mitchell for the Lancers. In the half-court set, Devils stop the basketball. Coleman with on the right side. Wires picks him back up. Coleman doesn't know where to go with it. Helping him out was Brown, but neither one really making a move there. Weak side, they got 3 Lancers as Mitchell goes down to the low block. Crossover dribble. Good defense. Ball comes back outside for the shot. Rattles in and out for 3. Brown missed it. Rebound by BL3. 44 seconds. Coach Douglas, I believe, said slow it down and let's get the last shot of the quarter and a half. Wires and Clay on the left side, down to 35.
Well, get within your offense. If you have a good look at a layup, go ahead and take it.
Indeed.
But we don't need an outside 3 shot with somebody on you.
Wires brings it right side through the legs. Hesitates, brings it back out. BL3 gets it, down to 20 seconds left in the quarter.
Pulls it back out, smart move.
BL3 gets his man away. Dawson steps back, 12 seconds left in the quarter.
Now start going.
Rico comes up to set a screen. Looks a little bit like the earlier one. BL3 down, 8-footer, fade, no good. Rico gets it. Rico back out. Dom Clay with a shot. 3-pointer, no good, but an extra look there. And that's not a bad way to end the half. You got the last 2 looks of the half. You take the score in 29-20 after 16.
Yeah, I mean, a little bit low here in the second quarter, by the Devils, getting outscored. So, we're going to have to come out here in the third, reestablish, what we did early, in the first quarter, and then, let's put this thing away. Right now we got our foot on their throat, but they're still squawking. So, it's time to come out third quarter and take care of business.
Yep, stick around. We got the Freiburg Insurance Agency's halftime show. Breaking down this one. We'll also talk about the other games going on tonight, the most important ones that we care about, as well as, of course, this is the most important game we do care about. But it's halftime here at Belleville West. Your Blue Devils 29, the Lancers 20. Back with the Freiburg Insurance Agency halftime show on mechasportsco.com.
If you're a business owner, a lot of things keep you awake at night. Your insurance shouldn't be one of them. With well-planned coverage from Pekin Insurance, you can rest easy. Call Freiburg Insurance in Quincy for a quick insurance review. They'll make sure your business coverage is up-to-date and thorough. Freiburg Insurance will work with you to put together a policy that fits your business and your budget. Call 217-224-7775 and rest easy knowing you're covered by Pekin Insurance.
Bet you outdrive you this hole.
If you outdrive me, I'll take $10,000 off every car sold at QHS Quincy this month.
Daddy needs a new ride.
This stream is brought to you by Mecha Sports Co., your streaming platform for all 4 Quincy High School basketball teams. Be sure to subscribe and like on YouTube and Facebook. Just search Mecha Sports Co., and you won't miss a thing from QHS Blue Devils and Lady Devils with coverage for the QND Raiders and Lady Raiders on the road. Be sure to visit mechasportsco.com for the complete schedule of games and more.
And welcome back halftime, the Freiburg Insurance Agency halftime show. Thanking the crew there. We're at half. It started off, I'll tell you what, Coach, you knew it was going to stay that way. You know, it was 16-0. The technical for dunking and hanging on, doubtful. 16-1, 16-4. We score 7 more, 23, and then they score the last basket, 23-6. You knew we weren't going to put 4 quarters of that together. We may try to put 4 quarters, but the Lancers weren't going to have that bad because they got some good shots in that first quarter and second, but they were contested. They didn't get a second shot until late, maybe the second quarter. So again, eventually some shots will fall in a basketball game.
Well, and that's the one thing we looked at. They did a good job, in the first quarter, challenging the shots and getting the defensive rebounds and then pushing it out to get the easy looks, on the offensive end. Second quarter, I'm sitting there looking at Belleville West. They probably got 4, 5, 6, second chance opportunities, and you can't do that. You can't do that against a good ball club. You got to make sure that you're challenging them, you're getting the rebounds, and then getting it out. And we got it out. We had a lot of 3-on-2, 2-on-1, 3-on-1s, down at the other end. They ended up in Dom Clay dunks. So, it's one of those things to where we got to get back to fundamentals, making sure we get a hand in their shot and they're one and done.
Good half for the Devils. Defensively especially, and again, this team is Mitchell, 6'6". He's hit the 2 3-pointers in the second quarter. One thing they haven't done, we have got out and ran better than they have run. We know we can run, but the Lancer team, we really expected them to come out and try to run us. We've not allowed them to run against us. And I think that's one of the key coaches had out there, getting back and shutting it down. And, Moody's got 5 points. Mitchell's got the 3, Johnson's got the 3, but I thought we kept everybody in check.
Well, and I think switching up the defenses, going from the man-to-man, not switching up to the 1-3-1, and then towards the end of the half, they were switching back up again and, doing that. So, giving them the different looks, I think, has helped out quite a bit, on the defensive end. They did hit a few shots, the offensive rebounds. I mean, if we take care of those second half, I think we'll be all right.
And, of course, those were during the 1-3-1. And, again, when you have that zone set up that way, you got to find people. It's harder to find people. And especially when you got your one guy, Rico, running the baseline. He'll go from corner to corner. So if you got 2 guys down low, happen to be down low on the sides or in the short corners, and Rico's got one covered, he can't get over to the other side and cover the other. So somebody's got to slide down from that weak side.
That's your second row on the 1-3-1's got to slide down on the weak side. Make sure you get your body in somebody. Maybe they should look at maybe putting Cam down low and let him run baseline to baseline, and then you got your 3 bigs, going down, your 4 bigs going down for the rebounds.
And, of course, in that situation, if they've got bigs running the baseline, then you might go no. But since they don't have their guards are,
they're guard heavy.
Yes, so I would say that would be a good position to put him down there. Now, BL3 had the first quarter, man. He was showing you why he was the MVP. 12 points in that first quarter. Dom with a couple dunks. Dom only got 2 in the second. He has 9, so 12 and 9 between the 2.
Well, we didn't have too many people score any points in the second quarter, to be honest, because, what was it, 24-6 after 1?
14-6 is how we got outscored in the second quarter.
Yeah, and we only ended up with, 5, 6 points, in the second quarter. I mean, you can't do that, offensively. And, our second quarter, getting the ball down low, kicking it out for the wide open look, so on and so forth, kind of went away with that for a little bit.
Well, if you let me do like I did the other night, I'll turn that 14 into a 4.
Well, no, we can't do that. Yeah, it's 29-20 on the board.
And
I think they got it right down there for a change.
Indeed. I always love that. Hey, it's the Freiburg Insurance Company Agency's halftime show. We'll take a break, come back. We'll talk about what the other games are happening tonight as we've got lots of regional championships out there all over the state in all 4 classes. Most important, the one right here, and it's Blue Devil Basketball, MeccaSportsCo.com.
For many, your home and auto are 2 of the biggest investments you'll make. With well-planned coverage from Pekin Insurance, you can rest easy. At Freiburg Insurance in Quincy, they're ready to talk with you about covering the things you care about most: your home, your car, and your family. At Freiburg Insurance, They'll be glad to review your insurance needs and put together a policy that fits you and your budget. Call 217-224-7775 and rest easy knowing you're covered by Pekin Insurance.
Dreaming of a new kitchen or bath that's as functional as it is beautiful? At Woodmart Building Center, we bring your vision to life. Choose from a wide variety of cabinetry finishes and styles to fit any space and budget. Our expert designers work with you every step of the way to create a space that's uniquely yours. From timeless classics to modern masterpieces, your dream kitchen or bath starts here. Visit Woodmart Building Center today. Find us at woodmartbuildingcenter.com or stop by our showroom at North 12th and Seminary Road, Quincy.
This game is brought to you by Mecca Sports Co. You can find us at meccasportsco.com, on YouTube at youtube.com/@meccasportsco, and on Facebook at facebook.com/meccasportsco. Be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss any coverage for all 4 Quincy High School basketball teams, boys and girls. Get the play-by-play and color call from Wellman and Pettit exclusively on Mecca Sports Co.
And welcome back to the Freiburg Insurance Agency halftime show. And breaking it down here, here's the games we are all looking at other than this one right now. On the other side of the bracket, 7 o'clock up in Alton. It is Edwardsville and Alton in that ball game. Both very good teams out there. You know, some have said I'd rather face Alton than Edwardsville. At this stage of the season, it's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. So, and then you jump up there to Wharton Fieldhouse. Moline had to travel a long way tonight. As Joey and Danny, the Joey and Danny show, they're announcers. We talked about that. Moline and Rock Island. They're playing at Moline. And then on the other side of the bracket, Manuka, the number 6 seed, beat Bradley Bourbonnais, the number 4 seed. So Manuka has normal community up there. Hey, we'll take a quick break. It's been the Freiburg Insurance Agency halftime show. When we come back, second half action, meccasportsco.com.
Are you a contractor? If so, listen up. Freiburg Insurance in Quincy, a Pekin Insurance partner, is known for providing the best contractor coverage in the area. They've thought of everything, from covering your facilities to protecting your tools and equipment while on the road, and even your employees. Ready to learn more? Call Freiburg Insurance at 217-224-7775 and let them help build a Pekin Insurance portfolio that protects your business, your employees, and your livelihood.
Back ready for the second half here. 3 seconds, and there's the horn. 29-20. Devils with the lead. Foul-wise, Keyshawn has 2, and that's it. Lancers have 2 total, so they don't have any foul troubles either. Second half, Lancers will start the basketball. Going across there is Jalen Dawson. Xavion Moody will stay in there. Jalen Coleman. Ja'Cory F. Brown. And, of course, the big guy, 6'6", Savion Williams. Check that, Mitchell. Devils start off with the same lineup. Wires, Clay, Louthan, BL3, and Keyshawn. Man-to-man starting off. Backdoor cut, Dawson. Dawson misses it. Dawson went up, and he was going to look at a reverse layup, realized it wasn't there, and was smart enough to jump back on the right side, but he missed it. Devils had it briefly, and it comes away. Last touch by the Devils, so.
Quick score from Alton. Alton's up 30-17 at halftime over Edwardsville.
There we go. In the corner, Mitchell, pull up for 3. Shot no good. Weak side, Cameron Wires with the rebound and blows by 2 guys right away.
Good challenge and good rebound by Cam on the weak side.
Louthan fakes the 3, gets his man up in the air. Then he steps in for the little J. Nice job, Mark Louthan. His first score of the night came at a good time.
And Louthan's mid-range game's picked up too.
Yep, and he loves it. He hits those 3s as well.
Oh, yeah.
That was a sweet little move. Shot comes up short. Good defense on Dom Clay. Partially blocked that shot. Taken there by Coleman.
Once again, a good challenge on the outside shot and good job boxing out and making it one and done.
BL3 starts the offense. Right side to Clay. Keyshawn pops up. Back at the volleyball line at the top. Backdoor cut, BL3.
Good backdoor, that's got to be a foul.
Ooh. I'm not too sure that Coleman wasn't there. But then again, BL3 ran into him and tried to get the ball up. He shook a little bit. Bradley should be shooting too.
Well, and I think BL3 is talking a little high right now, if I had to guess.
Well, that's probably what you got. There you go, folks. Brown because it didn't look like it hurt him physically somewhere.
Well,
Obviously, you catch an elbow in the gut, but the other place is the other one that's.
Yeah, knee there,
Yep. And by the way, we don't wear cups in basketball. By the way, I'm not sure they wear the bikes anymore either. Everybody's got the new shorts and everything that they really are nice.
I
mean,
don't know. Yeah.
They've really done those nicely ever since kind of they went from the sliding short of ball into those that really protect. They're longer too. You see the leggings as well. A lot of those things we didn't have them in our day.
No.
We started off with the nylon shorts that were.
We had the short shorts.
Yeah, there you go.
And the long sides.
Sponsored by Nair. 6:54 left in the third quarter. BL3 comes back. Ooh, scoops in and out. Bradley will have one more as he regroups a little bit there. 31-20. Devils have the only 2 points in the first minute 6 of this quarter. Bradley's second is good. Bradley 2 for 4 on the night at the charity stripe. And I believe he's the only guy that has shot free throws on our side.
3/4 court ball press by the Devils.
1-2-2. It's kind of a 1-2-1-1 in a look. Mitchell in the right corner. He goes in the high post. Coleman makes the drive. Louthan got twisted.
Too easy.
Coleman missed the shot, and I actually thought they were going to let it go. And they figured, hey, he missed the shot. There was contact, so Mark gets called for the foul.
Way too easy. He caught the ball 7 foot, 8 foot from the basket, and nobody was in front of him. He just took it right to the hole.
Coleman will have 2.
I don't know who the missed assignment was, but somebody missed an assignment.
Coleman makes the first one. He'll have one more. That's the first points for the Lancers in the second half. 6-4, kind of slow compared to how the start of the game went.
Well, yeah.
Coleman's second one is good, 2 for 2.
Well, and Belleville West wants to muck this game up. They want it in the mid-50s. That'll keep them in the ball game. We want to push it up into the 70s.
That was Brown, by the way, that had that. Louthan dribbled. Brown was there to stop him. Mark lost the ball. Turnover, 6:30 left in the third. 32-22. The Devils with the lead in the 1-2-2. Wires at the point. Half court, you got Longcar on one side, Clay on the other. And then it's a 1-2-2, but since the guy comes up, it's a 1-2-1-1 is what it looks like.
The 3 rows matching up.
Longcore steals it at half court. Now spins. Shuffles the other side. Clay gets the basket. Good job by Bradley realizing he didn't have a shot. And that little wraparound pass that he does, he gets the assist. Clay gets the basket. 34-22, 6 minutes left in the third.
Once again, the good defense turning into easy offense.
Dawson out here. There's the switch. Keyshawn picks him up. Mitchell with a pass to the left side. That's Moody. Moody back to the top. Ja'Cory Brown coming around a screen. 2 passes to the left side. Dawson had it, went to the top. Coleman gives it to Moody on the right side. Moody can't find an avenue, but then we give Ja'Cory Brown, get him open again. We go for a double team. Ja'Cory gets the basketball, then takes a reverse layup for the bucket. 34-24. Nice move, by the way. Wires from the right side. Cameron Wires turns up the gears. He goes from the right side all the way to the left for a layup. Foul on the weak side. Dom was there. He'll be whistled for the foul. Boy, I tell you what, Cameron's going to show he's got the Jets still.
Oh, well, yeah, he's
never lost them. What am I talking about?
My goodness.
Dom Clay gets his second foul of the ball game. Second on the Devils in the third quarter.
Well, thing about Cam, he's playing a lot smarter this year than he did last couple of years.
Yeah, he's still only averaging one turnover a game.
Well, yeah, I mean that's
less than that actually, I think.
Hey, well, and he handles the ball probably 35% of the time.
Inside Dawson, turnaround shot. BL3 put his hands straight up. Dawson with the basket. I don't know, do you try to go up and block that one, or do you just let Dawson go ahead and get a shot and maybe miss and just turn around and screen him out?
It's kind of hard letting him get it down there that close.
Clay over to the left wing. BL3 with his back to his man. Comes around to the top. And his man's hanging on him. That's going to be Moody. Moody got that early foul. And that's only his second, so he's played a full half physically without committing any more fouls.
And when you say physically, you mean physically, because he's getting after it.
We're doing a good job on the defensive side stopping him as well. That's nice.
Yeah. Well, he's got 5 points here, and, we're halfway through the third quarter.
Right side on the wing. BL3 brings it back out. Louthan almost goes out of bounds or goes over and back. Got pushed a little bit, but that's all right. Wires has it. Left short corner. Keyshawn working against Mitchell. backing him in. Turnaround, good move. There is no way that Mitchell can play Keyshawn at the post.
Well, and that's why I keep saying feed him down there low, and then when they start bringing 2-3 at him, he'll make the right pass.
Ball kicked there. Wires and Clay in there. Kicking that ball away from Coleman. Yeah, we went into Keyshawn. He backed him in there and just really with a great turn to the right, used the left hand off the glass.
He was down there looking for somebody to come guard him because he was going to kick it out. Nobody did, and they don't have anybody one-to-one to guard him.
Ball works to the left side for the Lancers. Ja'Cory Brown sets a screen, then gets the ball. Wow, Clay comes through. Nobody fouls him. He threw the ball out in the corner. Lancers then get it back to the corner, but pop into the corner this time was Jalen Dawson, and he gets the three-pointer. We're under 10 points now, 38-29, a 9-point lead.
3:40 to go here in the third.
Wires picks it up a little early, into the short corner on the right. Keyshawn trying to back in.
Now he's got two guys on him. Good kick.
Out to Dom. Dom's three is no good. Had a good look at it. We'll keep taking those inside out.
Yep.
In transition, Dawson goes to the basket. Keyshawn's there. Keyshawn keeps his hand straight up, blocks the shot, gets the rebound. In the half-court set, BL3 pulls up 21. Caught a little bit of his elbow on the follow-through. Missed the shot. A little quick, possibly. Cam. And taking the ball inside, down is Moody. Cam had his hand straight up. Moody leaned in, and Moody's going to get the and one.
Not a good job by the Blue Devils getting back on transition defense. It was a 3-on-2 going, after we made the long shots or took the long shots. So, we got to do a better job of focusing on that aspect of the game.
Yeah, we got down below the free throw line there. More guys were, so when that ball came out, it became Moody and Wires down here on the block.
I didn't see the effort getting back on the defensive end, though.
Nope. And we had a one-on-one there. That's when we say, if you get down, that's when that rebound, or if you're on the offense, you get the rebound and putback.
Yeah.
You got to follow up. 3:05 left in the third quarter. Moody trying to complete the three. In and out. Whitfield just checked in. Whitfield had it. But it was tipped out.
Well, he got pushed underneath the basket. He got his fingertip on it, and his momentum took him underneath the basket. Didn't grab it, went off the rim. They got the rebound, on the offensive glass, and that's a no-no.
He had his man covered, Brown. Problem was, behind him was Moody, and Moody got the long reach. He got the put up, and Milton tried to go back up and
now we're at a 6-point game with 3:03 left here in the third, and it could be down to 5.
Moody will have one more.
And it is down to 5.
5-point game now. 38-33, a 7-point run by the Lancers. Inside 3 minutes left, third quarter action. Wires. Boy, he had his man up in the air. Picked it up in the short corner. Went to Keyshawn. Keyshawn bounced it to Whitfield, who was down low. They were awful close together. Ball came back out, and Wires going to reset the offense.
Too much one-on-one down low there.
Whitfield in the right wing. Down in the short corner. Stepping into the corner is Wires. Back to the top. Keyshawn. Spin move. Keyshawn. Good move. Mitchell tries to reach in and slap. And again, he's not going to be able to body up with him. And for Mitchell, only his first foul. So, again, these guys only had 2 fouls till just a couple minutes ago. They now have 3 in this quarter.
I say they don't have anybody to guard Keyshawn when you get him down low. Now, I'd like to see him get the ball down a little bit lower, 7-8 foot from the basket, instead of catching it up and having to make 2-3 dribbles and a spin move, to get to the basket.
Right. When he's outside, that's when you look for him to take a 3.
Yeah.
But otherwise, you don't want him driving to the basket and trying to go one-on-one.
Well, because you got all those little guards down there from Belleville West that are going to be swiping at him.
Keyshawn hits 2 for 2 at the charity stripe, though. 40-33. By the way, we forgot to mention, when we talk about people making post moves, Jada Brown, co-MVP for the girls this year in the Western Big Six. Miley Loncourt, drive there. Moody misses the shot. He was worried about Whitfield from behind him.
So she was co-MVP with the Sterling girl?
Indeed she was.
Okay.
I thought Voss might have got it. And then Loncourt was second team. Honorable mention, Chloe Nicholson.
Yep.
Left side double team on Loncourt. Bradley picks it up. He'll get it to Dom. 2 minutes left in the third. Dom drives to the basket. Gets his man up in the air. Great job. That is just a sweet move. Dom got his man up in the air with the little, getting up on his tiptoe. And once the defense flew by, he stepped in. Little scoop. 42-33. Inside 2 minutes left. Third quarter action.
That's what you do against aggressive defenses. You know, you got a shot fake and ball fake all day long.
Brown makes a cut around the screen at the top and gets an easy layup on the pass inside. 42-35. Loncourt's going to set it up. And Andy Douglas wants to talk about it a little bit.
He doesn't like what he saw out there in that offensive set.
Yeah, I was trying to figure maybe the defense as well. So 1:28 left in the third. Blue Devils 42, Lancers 35. Back with more. MechaSportsCo.com.
Aches and pains are a normal part of life, but when they become too much, we have a team of orthopedic surgeons ready to give you relief. The need for joint replacements continue to rise, and our team stays up to date with the latest technology and robotic solutions. Every step of your journey matters to us. And when life throws you a curveball, trust Blessing Health's orthopedics and sports medicine team to get you back in the game. We've got you covered from head to toe.
Back here at Belleville West, and we thank Joe Muniz, the athletic director down here, setting us up. Appreciate all the help. Great signal. A lot of the schools have really picked up their Wi-Fi these days. Give it a great signal. 1:28 left. Third quarter action. The Devils lead 42-35 coming out of the timeout. Same lineup comes out. Whitfield the only sub in this quarter as he went in for Mark Louthan. Wires with the basketball. Man-to-man coming from the Lancers. Out on him is Alexander. Used his one dribble, but got it to Whitfield. Whitfield comes to the left side. Clay saves the ball from going away. Clay tries to make a move, trying to go against Dawson one-on-one. Didn't have it, brings it back out. Wires. Wires looking for a move. Cameron's made a couple of those moves out here. Starting this one on the right, hesitates again, steps back out. We got a hold.
Dude from half court made that call down on the baseline.
Well, the thing was, he didn't make that one all the way there. He called that one on Moody, who was holding the guy coming around a screen up towards him. And I thought the same thing. Inside, almost and one. Making the cut to the basket was BL3. Moody was down there, and there's no way Moody can guard BL3. I don't know that I would send him down there on cuts as much as just post him up.
Well, I mean, Moody's done a good job on him, out on the court. But, getting BL3 down on the block, at 6'4" versus the 5'10" Moody. I like our, opportunities in that situation.
I mentioned that Moody had only one foul in the first. He had one of the first fouls of the game. I think their first foul. He's had 3 more in this half. He's got 4 fouls now, and he's going to have to take a seat.
Well, when you're trying to guard BL3 and you're giving up, 6 inches, good luck.
Bradley hits the first. 1 minute exactly up on the board. Bradley with 2 for 2. 3 for 4 in the second half.
Under a minute now here in the third, up by 9.
Devils back on defense, man. Jarius Rice into the ball game now with Whitfield, Clay squared, and BL3. That means Rico and Dom, for those who do not know what Clay squared means. Top of the key. Waiting for a last shot, maybe, is Coleman. Got the high post, Mitchell. Mitchell and Brown on the high post. Dawson flashes up. On the right wing over here, we've got Alexander. So watch something coming off that high screens. Dawson gets it back to the top. Alexander down to 20 seconds. Not a lot of movement happening.
No.
This one you don't expect. This one you make a backdoor cut real quick when they're not expecting it, thinking you're going to take the last shot. But Lancers are not going to do that. Down to 12. Ball still out there at 40 feet. Rice is out there now. D up, guys.
I like this.
Dawson with the basketball. Crossover dribble. Tries to go to the hole. Falls down. BL3 gets it. 3-quarter court. Whoa! Just comes up shy. Good defense from the Devils. And we close out 3 quarters here from Belleville West. Hey, baby. It's the Blue Devils 44 and the Lancers 35. Back with the fourth quarter. MechaSportsCo.com.
Freiberg Insurance in Quincy is your local independent Pekin insurance agency. They're part of the community, and no one knows your insurance needs better than your friends and neighbors. Whether it's business, home, auto, or life, Pekin Insurance and Freiburg Insurance are ready to discuss your specific needs in person. Call them at 217-224-7775 and learn why it's always better to talk insurance with friends.
We start getting late. And welcome back. 3 quarters are in the books. After 1 quarter, Devils led 23-6. Halftime, 29-20. Got outscored in that second quarter, 14-6. But they pick up the third quarter, put on 15 points, gave up 15. So a wash there in that quarter, 44-35. And that is right. I looked down. I thought we had a good quarter there. And that 7-point run, when we were up by 12, brought it within 5, 38-33. Fourth quarter, and it will go to the Devils. Rice will stay in. Same lineup, BL3, Whitfield, Dom, and Rico Clay Jr.
Third quarter score for you. Rock Island's up 43-37 over Moline.
Good ball game there at Wharton Fieldhouse. BL3 hands it out to Rice. Rice right side to Clay. Right wing, good backdoor cut there. Rice on the weak side got a screen at the top of the key. Whitfield gets the assist, and Jarreris gets his first bucket of the ball game. 46-35 by 11.
Well, and that's the one thing. If they run their offense and are patient, they'll get good looks.
Ja'Cory Brown worked his way down to the rim, then kicks it back out. 3 passes on the perimeter. That's a good job by the Devils.
Good recovery.
Shot from the corner, 3-pointer, no good. Dawson stole the rebound from Brown. Problem was, Dawson was flying in from way out, and when he landed, his foot was out of bounds. Turnover, Devils basketball.
Well, and that's one thing we're going to have to clean up a little bit is, our defensive glass, not giving so many second chance opportunities, going on in this state tournament.
In this fourth quarter, they're going to expect a lot of the Lancers hitting the boards. They haven't so much early in this ball game. They don't send 2 or 3. Whitfield, back to the top. Rico, Dom was open in the left corner, but the ball hadn't made it around yet. Bradley starts to make a drive, hesitates, brings it back out.
Good patience by the Devils.
Yep.
The clock's your friend right now. Get a good look every time down the floor.
On the right side is Rice, brings the dribble back to the top. Rico at the top of the key, turns, faces up. Dom comes and gets the ball. Dom working. Dom trying to do a screen and roll. Guys are flying. Lancers flying to the floor. They're trying to send a couple guys, and the ball comes back out. Devils say, let's waste some clock. Let's restart the offense. BL3.
Well, I don't know if they're wasting clock. They're looking for good looks.
Right. BL3 missed the shot.
Oh.
Tough call on Dom there. Dom went straight up. Brown was in front of him, but the ball went to the left. Really, possibly a no call. Dom will be called for his third. First of the fourth quarter for either team.
I don't know if I like the shot selection, on that trip down the floor because we were very patient for about a minute plus, and then we pull up for the 3.
Yeah, I would agree there. It was kind of off balance as well. Dawson.
Well, and he was guarded.
Yep.
Wide open 3 stepping into it after you go inside, coming out. I'm good with that.
Brown has the ball with Whitfield on him. Milton pushing him off. Good crossover dribble.
Ooh.
Brown tries to go to the hole, blocked from behind by Whitfield. Dawson had it. BL3, and I can't say he blocked the shot because he was at the wrist. He just reached up and fouled. So Bradley will get his second foul. Whitfield got beat. I'll tell you what, Brown.
Well, once again, another second chance opportunity, for Belleville West, which kind of concerns me here a little bit with, 6 minutes to go here in the fourth, 11-point lead. Well, now a 10-point lead. A lot of things can happen, 6 minutes to go.
Brown's got a good crossover, and if he gets you one-on-one,
yep.
What I loved is after Whitfield got beat, he blocked the shot from behind, but it bounced out. Chris Klingel out there. Second one good, so 2 for 2 for Dawson. Makes it a 9-point game. Devils lead 46-37, inside 6 minutes in this one. BL3 brings it to Rice. Rice back over to Clay. To the right side, Whitfield, looking for some backdoor cuts. Whitfield spins, starts to drive. Whitfield started to make a move, lost the handle, but Rico is there. Rico was there to pick the ball up and lay it in. Slick spot on the floor, and we've seen this all night long at certain spots.
Yeah, Whitfield hit his head right there, so they stopped the clock. So, maybe check him out and make sure he's okay.
No dents on the floor. No blood.
Floor's okay, so we're good.
No blood, no foul. 5:42 left in this one.
It's this playoff basketball, you know what I mean? It's playoff basketball is a lot more physical, than regular season.
And it's maroon on the colors out there, so you get hurt in the maroon, we're not going to see it. They do a double check there. Brown goes over to take the ball out right in front of Andy Douglas. 5:42 left. Devils by 11. Bringing the ball down will be Jalen Coleman. Dom's on him. Oh, they kind of set a screen, but not really. Running through it was Mitchell. They looked at that lob again, didn't take it. Driving hard to the hole. Up, under, no good. Rice didn't do a bad job.
Well,
Moody just got a step ahead of him.
You need some help side defense coming up to slow down the drive and do a hard hedge and recover. They had no, strong side defense on the help side.
Third foul on the Devils. So with 5:27 left, 3 on us, none. That's 0 on the Lancers. Yeah, and Moody on that one tried to get underneath Jurers and scoop it up. So once he made that step to the hole, he had the advantage. Whitfield to take a break. Good job by Milton.
Well, you got to make sure you're hard hedging out at the elbow. Not letting them get down to the block and then getting over there to try to help out, because by that time with this kid, it's too late.
Exactly. Moody makes 1 of 2 and a timeout. 5:27 left. Blue Devils with a 10-point lead, 48-38. Back on MechaSportsCo.com.
Start your day off the right way at Hardee's.
We have new items for our breakfast 2 for $5. You can get a biscuits and gravy, sausage egg, or cinnamon roll. Any 2 of those for $5. You can't beat a made-from-scratch biscuit here at Hardee's. Sausage egg, biscuits and gravy, or a cinnamon roll. 2 for $5.
Is there any place better for breakfast than Hardee's? Come see for yourself. Hardee's at 30th and Broadway, Quincy.
And welcome back. 5:27 left. Wellman and Pettit on this Friday night. Thank you, everybody, for a fine season. By the way, we mentioned the girls had a great season there, 20-11. Their accolades came out today. I've used Accolade 6 times now. Guinness Book's going to come over and check me against, obviously. But when you have that many awards and honors, there you go, you got to mention them. We mentioned Bradley as the player of the year. On the other side, the co-player of the year is Jada Brown. First team, Keyshawn. Second team, Dom. Second team, Miley Loncourt, or ML the second. And, of course, Chloe Nicholson. Honorable mention, as well as Cam Wires. Back to action here. Devils will have the basketball and a 10-point lead.
Well, let's make sure we take care of the basketball, run our stuff, and get good looks at the basket.
And we're getting that looking from the far side, getting those screens.
There we are, right there.
We go down to the block. Oh. Keyshawn kicks it back out. And Dom makes a little move around to the basket. But in that little hesitation, he had a little hitch in that one in his giddy up. That's called traveling.
I'd like to see Key be a little more selfish underneath the basket. When he gets it down there within 10, 12 foot of it, take it to the hole. Make 2, 3 of them come get you and then kick it out.
Ball kicked out here. Lancers will have it in front of their bench. Yeah, especially Keyshawn down there. Get it in. If you can't make it, get down on the block. We were a little too far out on that one. We were on the second block, and we were out at 10, 12 feet.
Well, I'm good with that. It's when he catches at 17, 18, and it has to make 2 dribbles to get to the hole.
Inside 5 minutes left in this one. Lancers with the ball. Devils doing a good job in the 1-2-2. Actually matching up man. Looked like a 1-2-2 for a second. Dawson made a drive. Rico was there. Rico probably could have got called for the foul, but he came up so good in position, and then the pass went out and out of bounds. Moody couldn't get to it.
Good defensive pressure by the Devils on that possession.
Rico did it the other night. Rico's doing it again tonight when he comes in. Wires across the timeline. BL3 had a passive screen there. Wires behind the back. Across to Bradley. Bradley has Dawson on him. To the hole. And knocked away. Boy, those are tough. I'd like to be a little closer on those because Dawson looks like he may have knocked the ball away from BL3. But when you reach.
When you reach probably, 3 out of 4 times, you're going to get the foul.
Yep. And for Dawson, his second. I only had him for 1. That's all right.
So we're not shooting? Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was surprised that was not on the drive there as well.
On the agenda.
Yeah, since he was going up with the motion. Bradley with the basketball. Hesitates twice. Kicks it out right side. Wires passes up the 3. Back out to Dom. Dom drops it in the corner. Bradley will take the 3. No good. Big rebound inside. Missing it, but a great tip was Rico Clay. Rico hustling down.
Great hustle.
Rico almost stole the ball away from behind, and it pushed the Lancers back out. Rico, great on the boards, almost made the basket, and then he's down here being the first guy hustling down 85 feet.
Oh, he went like rim to rim on that one.
Good job. Thomas had the ball. Thomas had it.
Oh, they called that on Cam?
On defense.
Oh, my goodness. That was a terrible call.
Whoa,
I'm sorry.
And I didn't see over on that far side what had happened.
Well, Cam started coming to the ball, and, the Belleville West guy came up and tried to steal it, and bumped him off the spot. That was a terrible call.
48-38, Cam his third foul. Fourth for the Devils in this quarter. One on the side for the Lancers, who hasn't fouled much in the game. Keyshawn playing the D. Good job there.
Good job moving your feet.
Especially against the guard, Coleman. Dawson now with the drive. Devils are going to be called for it out high this time. That might be Rico on that play.
No, I think that's BL3. That might be his third.
You're right, it was. Bradley gets his third.
Once again, you take it from the wing and you drive it into the middle of the hole. You got to push them baseline, down low, not let them get into the middle because bad things are going to happen when they get in the middle.
And on that case, Dawson got it inside, was fouled, and he makes the first one. And with 3:35 left, Devils have 5 fouls now. So everything's a 2-shot foul the rest of the way out for the Lancers. Second shot is good. 2 for 2. Makes it an 8-point game.
3:30 to go here in the fourth.
48-40. Devils have the basketball in the set. Now, you got to stay in your same set with your same enthusiasm and movement. And I think that's what we kind of haven't done. See, we're standing and not really making a play.
More one-on-one here, instead of getting in and cutting and passing.
Right. Dom standing out here, 35 feet from the basket. Keyshawn gets it in the right corner.
Too much one-on-one.
Now, Bradley's down low. There's where you go with the ball. Bradley makes a turn. Bradley gets pushed down. Bradley hangs on to the ball. Then he gets hit in the head when he's down on the floor. Driving to the basket. Blocking the ball was Keyshawn. Somebody needs to pick it up. Keyshawn blocks it again. Rebound came to the Lancers, and here's BL3, two-hand dunk on the other end. As two of the Devils were still sitting down at the other end.
Keyshawn knocked 2 of them down here on 2 blocks, and they're both sitting down there, and we're dunking at the other end. Big play.
30-second timeout. We're going to stay here for that one. That was so good because on the other end, it was like, and down here it was going to look like a layup. Keyshawn gets the first one, gets the second one, and then the throw down the court. BL3 Dom hadn't even made it down yet.
Oh, yeah.
So it's just turn and dunk the ball.
Well, and you had the 2 Belleville West, they're not Maroons or Belleville East Lancers, laying down here on the ground that Keyshawn knocked down, in the blocks, and then, he grabs the rebound, throws it down there for the easy finish, for BL3.
And Rico was right by him, too, which was kind of nice because Rico was the other guy the other night that saved us on that couple plays, and we had it before. Whitfield did it once, but Keyshawn with that one on 2 on the same play. And then the transition. Normally the defense to the offense doesn't start 83 feet away.
Well, with this Blue Devil team, it does.
Yeah, if you're usually getting 83 feet away, you're laying it in, you hope, but that was on the opposite end. 2:48 left. Devils 50, Lancers 40. Lancers basketball, they're shooting 2 the rest of the way. Only 1 foul against the Lancers, so Devils won't be shooting for a long time.
And it looks like the Devils are back into 1-2-2.
Into the right left corner. Trying to dribble through it all.
Steal.
Longcourt gets a steal. Out to Clay. Dom. Dom tried to dunk it, and he missed it. Coach Bruner's going to tell you what we need right there.
He's up here tonight. He's pulling his hair out now.
There is no doubt about that. Driving baseline. Kicking it back out. 2 passes. It's deflected, though. BL3 deflected it. Cam gets it. BL3 throws it down with 2 hands, and he made sure that ball went down.
2 minutes to go, 52-40.
Defense ratcheting it up. Wow, in the corner, Moody hits a 3-pointer.
Better find him.
Left alone in the corner. Hits the 3. 2:01 left. Yeah, we saw that earlier, and Rockies winning, aren't they? Yes, one of our great fans who comes everywhere, comes up with the phone and actually shows the Moline game up there. I was trying to figure out what she was showing me. I thought
that's a big M there, man. We ain't got no M here.
I thought she was showing us our court, and I go, I know, I'm watching the game, you know. So good stuff there. 2:01 left, 52-43. You heard us say
it don't get any better. No. I mean, you know, the fans that you have in the Western Big Six, you know, with your Quincy, your Moline, your Rock Island, you know, even your Geneseo and Alleman.
Hey, and Belleville filled in the stands once the game started.
Oh, yeah.
When we first started here, they were waiting until the doors opened, I guess, and said, go. Devils have the basketball. Full court pressure being applied in the backcourt. Cam works against Alexander, who's in the game. Blows by him. Blows by two guys. And then kicks it out to Dom, who hits the three-pointer, but that was a delayed one anyway.
Well, guys, you know, we don't need to go full speed here at 152 with a 9-point lead. Pulled out, make it come out, get you backdoor cuts, you know, layups and free throws. You know, we don't need to go, you know, 100 miles an hour down the floor.
We'll take the foul, though, on Alexander. It'll be the second foul against the Lancers. Keyshawn to get it in.
Clock's our friend.
BO3 has it in the right corner.
Get it down there.
They go down to Keyshawn in the short corner. Double team's coming behind. Keyshawn had it. Luckily, Keyshawn felt it and picked it up before Dawson took it away, because Dawson snuck all the way around Mitchell on the baseline to come out there for the double team.
Well, half a second earlier, if Keyshawn would have picked it up and made the pass, it would have been an easy layup for Whitfield. That's what you got to do. Spread it out, get good spacing, you know, with 1:44 left.
Third foul against the Lancers. Same play, goes in the corner. Keyshawn gets it inside. Ball hits the floor. Devils got down there too. Picking the ball up before they could get there was Alexander for the Lancers.
Tried to go a little bit too quick.
Alexander all the way in. Whitfield gets the partial block. Whitfield's on the floor. The shot goes up, missing it. And now an outlet pass is stolen in half court. Ja'Cory Brown. Over to Moody, left side. Three, no good. Keyshawn, strong rebound. Wow, they call it jump ball.
Jump ball.
Keyshawn had a triple team.
He got tackled.
Keyshawn was pulling the ball away from the first guy, and that's the guy that pushed him and actually should have had the foul and a bailout jump. But good news is, after this jump ball, we'll get the next one.
Well, you know, once again, you know, 1:15 left. You know, we're still got the 9-point lead, so we got to make sure we're covering the 3-point shots and making sure it's one and done.
That's where you wish you had 6'11" Michael Payne to just grab it and throw it out and not bring it down. And maybe Keyshawn should have done that. Out front, one-on-one. Mitchell now pulls up, 15-footer. Boy, Mitchell, when he wants to go one-on-one, he can hit, but he's only had the 2 threes and that bucket. Full court pressure, BL3. We're inside 1 minute. Tried a long pass across court. And Cam came over. Cam should have taken the charge if he was going to make contact, but instead he stood there and turned his shoulder, allowing him to score, and Brown's been going to the hole hard tonight.
Bad pass by BL3, you know, from side to side. You know, keep the ball in your hands, you know, get down there, make them come out guard you, you know, and then when they double team you, go to the basket and go from there. We don't need to run up and down the floor, guys.
Second one goes in.
4-point game, 54.6 to go. Bad pass in by Whitfield.
And we had it.
Got deflected away. Now we got it down here in the corner in a bad spot.
54.6 left.
With 4-point lead.
8-point run right now by the Lancers. Devils with the ball. Keyshawn now holds on to it. You had Mitchell in there.
Well, and that's their 4th foul, so next foul, Blue Devils will be shooting 2.
And we've got 53 seconds left on there, and that was Moody with the foul. And so now your number 1 guard for them out of the ball game with 53 seconds left.
Oh, yeah, he's their 3-point shooter. He's their best player, no ifs, ands, or buts.
We kept him to 5 in the first half. He got a bucket and 2 free throws in the third quarter. A free throw in the fourth and a 3-pointer that was key. Bouncing the ball in. Wow.
Come on, guys. Make a good pass.
Exactly. We're trying to bounce a little bounce pass in front, and Dawson's there.
Throw it up high. You know, he's got a 6'1" dude on him. He's 6'4". Throw it up high, get it to his hand.
Exactly. Wires does get it, though.
Oh.
Court's still slick. Bradley. Cam comes up.
Settle down,
Cam stays
guys.
with it. Goes into Keyshawn. Keyshawn is fouled. They're going to, they give it to. He pointed at the ground like he was going to take it out of bounds, and then calls 2 shots.
Oh, that dude had been good all night. Well, I'm sorry, he hasn't. He's made some questionable calls.
Alexander, his second. More importantly, 5 on both teams now, so 44 seconds left. Everything's a 2-shot foul. Keyshawn hits the first one.
Big free throw by Key. Let's hit this one now, make it a 2-possession game.
That stopped the 8-point run by the Lancers. Cameron's going to go in there. Oh, with 4 fouls, I don't know that I want Cameron in there, getting his 5th foul on a missed shot. Keyshawn said, don't worry about it.
Well, he's in there to get the guard, make him pick it up and take some time off the clock.
54-48, inside 40 seconds. Lancers with the basketball. Dom knocks it out of bounds. Anticipating that, almost got to it.
Well, it looks like we're back in the 1-2-2. Going to make him, shoot from the outside and challenge the shot.
Back out of the point now, Alexander with the basketball. Moody's done.
Keep him in front.
He pulls up. That's a nice shot there.
Very nice shot. Good
he had
defense.
A good runner.
Good defense, better offense.
And you notice the Devils went out to the corner because that's where the guy was on the wing to take the 3-point shot. So 29.9 left. 54-50. We'll take a quick break, come back, and wrap it up here on Mecca Sports Co.
This game is brought to you by Mecca Sports Co. You can find us at meccasportsco.com, on YouTube at youtube.com/@meccasportsco, and on Facebook at facebook.com/meccasportsco. Be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss any coverage for all 4 Quincy High School basketball teams, boys and girls. Get the play-by-play and color call from Wellman and Pettit exclusively on Mecca Sports Co.
And we are back. 29.9 left in this ball game. Blue Devils 54, Lancers 50. A shout out to Joey and Danny. The Joey and Danny show up at Moline. Moline and Rocky. Rocky was winning that ball game.
I'm trying to check out here.
Well, we've actually got.
Well, we've got Moline. No, still 43-37.
Yep, she's still watching the game over here. That's that extra vision when you have the golf match and they show you the ads while the golf is still going on. Devils basketball.
All right, let's get the ball in, get down, take care of the basketball.
Dom Clay to trigger it in.
You got to get into BL3's hands, let him shoot.
Wires with the dribble. Dribbles between 2 guys. And a trip. Mitchell tripped him in the backcourt. And that's probably, actually it was James Johnson who's checked in. That was probably a good thing because otherwise we beat by 3 guys right there on that one dribble.
Well, yeah.
Johnson, his 2nd foul. As you noticed in my book, second half I always darken it. First half I slash it. And when you know there's that many fouls in the second half, everybody's been playing physical. Wires is at the line, first time for the night. Cam's got a couple buckets on the night. Everybody else is at half court. That's BL3, Dom Clay, Milton Whitfield, who just checked in, and Keyshawn Thomas. I thought BL3 and Whitfield were going to go into the lane, but instead just giving a little encouragement to Wires. Get this to a 2 possession.
See, I don't like this. You put some guys in there, he misses it, it bounces back out, you tip it out, you get another possession.
Luckily, Wires hits the second one. 55-50, Devils by 5. In the right corner for 3. No good, Dawson missed. Keyshawn got the weak side rebound. Immediately fouled is James Johnson, his 3rd. So we'll take a little Aerosmith and walk this way to the other end for free throws. Now I like the 5 free throws. You get 2, 5 fouls.
Well, yeah, well, definitely. You hit a couple here. You make it a 3-possession game. 19.5 to go. I like our chances.
Keyshawn has 2 shots. All the Lancers are down in the backcourt. BL3 all the way at the other free throw line. Cam's right there with him. Dom's at half court.
Still a 2-possession game. If he makes this, they come down, hit a 3, put the pressure on, get a steal and hit another 3, we're tied.
Whitfield stays in the lane, though, so he is in there for rebounding. Good. Keyshawn hits 1 of 2.
Well, and he was in the lane, so he could get out there and slow the ball down a little bit.
All the way, coast to coast. Keyshawn deflected, and here's Dom with a rebound. Heading coast to coast was Alexander.
Had a good look at the basket, just didn't make it because of Keyshawn getting up there, and changing the shot up.
On the other end, a quick foul. That was Mitchell, his 2nd foul. Again, we're both, for us, given like 3 minutes where they could shoot 2 foul shots. we finally caught up there. 11.2, Dom's at the line. He's got 2 shots. First one uses every bit of the rim, goes back, the back of the rim. What is that flat plate called at the very back of the rim?
I have no idea.
That flat plate. There you go. And then it goes in.
Shooter's touch.
Second one up, off the front, no good. 57-50. Lancers, 40-footer, no good. Ball comes out this side, shot from there. Alexander, no good. Cam gets it, throws it the other way. The final buzzer, we can finally take a big deep breath. The Blue Devils, your regional champions here at Belleville West. They will advance to the Collinsville sectional. I believe our first team is heading that way, as we have not heard some finals there. The Blue Devils, 57, and the Lancers, 50. ML the second. Congratulations. Sorry about that, folks. I had to give Emma the second congratulations. She was right up there earlier. 57-50, we advance. Wow, that was some game there. But, you know, we're expecting good games all the way through the postseason. You're expecting these teams who are very athletic not to give up. You know, you didn't at 16-0. Nobody from the Lancers said, "White flag, we give up." Now, they came out and put it on us in that third quarter, or second quarter, excuse me. But more importantly, the buzzer goes off. We have more points than they do.
Well, and, you know, it's one of those things to where, you know, we've talked about this. You know, the Quincy High Blue Devils, wherever they go, you know, to play basketball, you know, they've got that target on their back. So you're going to get everybody's, you know, very best effort, you know, whenever you play them. And they're not going to give up, you know. So, I mean, taking this plaque home and, you know, getting nets down here at Belleville West, you know, great accomplishment for the Devils, but we're not done yet. That's 2. You know, we got 5 more to go.
Max Wires went out to get the trophy, I believe. The senior, the fan favorite, as we have said. Even Belleville the other night gave a cheer here when he made that basket. So key there. Some good stuff you're seeing out there in the court right now as we stay here for a second. I guess all the action is going on down there. So let's say this. This will do it for the regular portion of our broadcast. Stick around, though. We've got the Hardee's postgame show, brought to you by Brian Harms and the guys at 30th and Broadway. We'll have the coaches' comments, as we'll listen to with Kunis Honda, Kunis Hyundai, and we'll pick our Mecca Sports Player of the Game. But the final scoreboard's up there. It's 0-0 up on the clock. And the final, the Quincy High Blue Devils 57 and the Belleville East Lancers 50. Your regional champions, your Quincy High Blue Devils. Good stuff tonight. Stick around for the postgame show. This has been Blue Devil Basketball on MeccaSportsCo.com.
Dreaming of a new kitchen or bath that's as functional as it is beautiful? At Woodmart Building Center, we bring your vision to life. Choose from a wide variety of cabinetry finishes and styles to fit any space and budget. Our expert designers work with you every step of the way to create a space that's uniquely yours. From timeless classics to modern masterpieces, your dream kitchen or bath starts here. Visit Woodmart Building Center today. Find us at woodmartbuildingcenter.com or stop by our showroom at North 12th and Seminary Road, Quincy.
Freiberg Insurance, your local independent Pekin insurance partner, is proud to support young people in sports and academics in the Quincy area. After the game, make a note to stop by their office and discuss your current policies and future needs for your business, home, auto, and family. Pekin Insurance offers a variety of plans to meet your coverage needs. Give Freiberg Insurance a call at 217-224-7775. Go Devils.
Start your day off the right way at Hardee's.
We have new items for our breakfast 2 for $5. You can get a biscuits and gravy, sausage egg, or cinnamon roll. Any 2 of those for $5. You can't beat a made-from-scratch biscuit here at Hardee's. Sausage egg, biscuits and gravy, or a cinnamon roll. 2 for $5.
Is there any place better for breakfast than Hardee's? Come see for yourself. Hardee's at 30th and Broadway, Quincy.
600, but
not there. And welcome back to the Hardee's postgame show. Devils with the win. Wellman and Pettit can breathe a little bit here. Warm in the gym, by the way, but it was warm outside today. Thank goodness there, as we'll have some cold weather tomorrow. It looked like this. Devils jumped up, got everybody excited, including themselves, with a 16-0 run to start off. At 2:45 in the first quarter, finally one free throw by the Lancers. They came back with a three-pointer. Devils would run off 7 points more. It'd be 23-4. And then give up the last bucket. But still, after one, Devils 23, Lancers 6. Second quarter was a whole another ball game. The last 4 points were scored by the Lancers to win the quarter 14-6. But the Devils still led at half 29-20. Third quarter came around. That 7-point run by the Lancers made it a 38-33 game. Devils came back with 4, gave up a bucket on the other side, and that was just a 2 that time. Yeah, there was 2 free throws. 42-35, but the Devils got the last 2 free throws of the third quarter. Going into the fourth with Hey Baby and 44-35 with the lead. And I'll tell you, the fourth quarter got close a couple times there. We got a little scared, 52-48 on an 8-point run by the Lancers. And at that point, Devils tightened up 2 free throws, gave a bucket on the other side, and then the Devils closed out, really closed out scarily. 3 for 6 at the line, made 1 of 2, 3 straight times, but that built up the lead from 54-50 for a 57-50 victory. So, good stuff there.
Well, they were able to clamp it up on the defensive end there, towards the end of the game. Probably the last 3 minutes, I don't know if Belleville East scored, so, and they held it right there, and then, 54-50, and then, made the 1 out of 2, 3 straight trips, so their defense, shut it down, at the very end of the game. Defense shut it down at the beginning of the game. In the middle, you know what I mean? You got to do a better job, and playing, a 32-minute ball game.
Found a lot of gaps in that 1-3-1 at times. And I don't think it was, again, as we know, defense is effort. Defense is desire. I mean, just like rebounding. And so when you're in that position, you got to find people. If you're standing back in a zone and you're thinking, nobody's over here, I'm getting kind of lonely, go find somebody.
You got to stay matched up in the zone. You know what I mean? So, whether you're in a 1-2-2, you have responsibilities, to where, okay, this guy in the corner is mine, even though I'm down on the block, so that shot goes up. I got to go out and find him, make sure. And I thought they needed to do a better job, on the offensive glass, so, it's one of those things to where, we outscore them, advance and survive. But, we're going to have to play a lot better basketball game, against either Edwardsville or Alton, coming up, because I think Edwardsville is ranked 9th in the state, and Alton was beating the heck out of them at halftime, last time I saw anything. So,
well, we had our fan right here watching it on her phone.
Moline and Rocky.
The game ended, and she was gone. And it was getting close to where we were going to pull up the score there as Rocky and Moline played at Wharton Fieldhouse tonight at Moline. Then at 7 o'clock, of course, at
Kewanee beat Sterling tonight, 85-50.
But Sterling girls are in the Final 8.
Yeah.
And I've told you all season long, those girls have played close games and won. And I've mentioned a couple times they'll end up winning the state. They've got a tough road still, but they're in the Final 8, which is pretty good stuff.
Oh, yeah, great stuff.
And as we mentioned, Normal Community was playing Manuka tonight. I really can't see Manuka putting 2 together in a row upsets, but stranger things have happened. And, of course, we're looking for the Edwardsville-Alton. But here at Belleville West, the more importantly things, and do they still do it? It looks like they don't. Do they cut down nets anymore?
Doesn't look like it.
No, and you would think,
Man, I like nets.
Well, and I think so, too. and basically, if that's the case, then as a team, you bring 2 nets, and let's cut these down, and we'll give you the extra nets you can put back up.
Well, yeah.
And if you're going to host, the budget can't be that bad that you can't give up 2 nets for a regional championship.
Yeah, well, you never know. You never know.
We'll have to ask why that stopped and if that's something of getting on a ladder or what the factor is, because we have been cutting down nets since the beginning of time, or at least when the peach baskets were out. They didn't have a net, so I guess you got to take the peach basket home with you after you took it down off the side of the barn.
Well, let's not talk about, your senior year at Notre Dame.
Yeah, I got you there. We didn't cut down nets my senior year. Sorry about that. Liberty did that. Congratulations to the Eagles. Yeah. By the way, tonight the Raiders are up, and they're playing Williamsville. We'll try to get something on that one as well. And the Lady Raiders are sectional champs, so they'll play on Monday. And they'll try to continue their success as well. So, but more importantly, here on the Hardy's postgame show, I'm going to give you the box score right now. as Belleville East, they will fall to 22-10. Add Quincy High to one of those teams they lost to this season, the last person they lost to. Leading the way. Well, you know what? I forgot that Moody fouled out. I almost didn't have him in the book. So here we go. Scoring-wise, tied with 13 points apiece for the Lancers. Xavion Moody, he had 13 before fouling out with 53 seconds in the ball game. Jalen Dawson, he had 13 as well. So 2 13s there. Good free throw shooting there as well. 4 for 6 for Moody. 4 for 4 for Dawson. Dropped down to 9 points out of Ja'Cory F. Brown. 3 for 3 from the charity stripe. So I'll check theirs in a quick second here. Savion Mitchell had 2 3-pointers in the second quarter, 1 bucket in the fourth. He had 8. 4 points out of Troy Alexander. Bucket in the second, bucket in the fourth. And then 3 points, James Johnson, way back in the first quarter. And if you look at free throws for these guys tonight, 11 for 13. So they hit their free throws quite well. That is talking about the Lancers out there. But they scored 50 points. For the victorious Blue Devils, they are now 29-3. 1 more from 30. Pretty good math there, folks, eh? Leading the way, Bradley Loncourt, the third. He had 19 points, 12 of those in the first half, 12 of those in the first quarter. I mean, that's where his game was right there. Dom Clay with 14 points to follow. Keyshawn had 9 points and about 14 rebounds, maybe. Yeah. I need to start tallying those up when we do have those. I think I probably said that throughout the season. Cameron Wires had 5. Rico Clay Jr., another good job off the bench. He had 4. And we had 3 guys with a bucket apiece. Jareus Rice Jr. got 1. Mark Louthan got 1 in the third quarter. That was a key one there. And Milton Whitfield way back in the first quarter. You add them all up, 57 for the Blue Devils. You know, at the line tonight for the Blue Devils, since we mentioned on the other side, we're 11 for 13. Keyshawn was 5 out of 6. Dom was 1 for 2, so 6 out of 8. BL3 was 4 out of 6. 10 for 14.
Yep.
And Wires was 1 for 2. 11 for 16. So a little less than the Lancers, but still 11 points for each team at the free throw line, so we nullified each other at the line. And you look at 3-pointers for the Lancers. First half, they had 3 trays, 2 in the second, so 5, including a blue collar. That makes 6. For the Blue Devils, Dom and BL3 each had 1 in the first, and that was it. So a shy night for even the blue collars. We did not have a blue collar either, so Woodmar took a little rest there. We got to get Kevin to start shooting again.
Well, you know, I mean, it's one of those things to where, you know, sometimes I think they get a little bit outside happy, you know, with the shots and not go inside enough, you know, to get the ball down low and kick it out and step into those threes. So, you know, off the dribble threes with the hand in your face, those are tough shots to make.
Yeah, we did more of that one-on-one, like you said, Coach. There was a lull there a couple times in the game, maybe more than a couple, where we kind of looked like we were going one-on-one and we weren't getting action. Now, when we did start the action, ball would get on the weak side, and then we'd have a lot of screens on the other side trying to set the thing up. So obviously that was the strong side then. And we had some cuts to the basket, but didn't hit a lot of guys, you know, going to the basket tonight.
No, I mean, it was, you know, it looked like, you know, beginning of the fourth quarter, we started going down to Keyshawn, you know, underneath the basket. You know, he made a couple of strong moves, you know, and I think that kind of opened up things a little bit. But, you know, still our offense was, you know, not in the right, you know, frame of mind, so to speak.
They weren't jiving. Isn't that right?
Yeah.
We still use the word jiving. So, well, tell you what, post-game show here. Let's take a break, and when we come back, we'll give our player of the game, the Mecca. I got Mecca 3 there, but it's actually Mecca Sports Co. Player of the game, and we'll call that one out, and then we'll wait for Andy Douglas to come down and give us his thoughts on this one as well. More importantly, Blue Devils win 57-50. Post-game show, MeccaSportsCo.com.
Mecca Sports Co. is proud to sponsor tonight's Player of the Game. Mecca Sports Co., your streaming platform for all Quincy High School basketball. Like us on Facebook and subscribe on YouTube to follow the action. Just search Mecca Sports Co. MECCASPORTSCO. And you can also find us at meccasportsco.com for the full game schedule and more.
You know, and we were back here. Coach Bennett and I just discussing players of the game opportunities here, and you know, a lot of action at different times. We mentioned defensively wise, there were a lot of times where I don't know if we got beat. There was, some of these guys, especially Ja'Cory Brown, did nice moves to the hole. Dawson, same way. He went to the hole hard. And we did a good job of recovering. And there were a lot of tipped and blocked shots when guys were taking it to the hole. And
Key had 2 big block shots at the end of the game when it was 54-50. And they drive in and, he knocks one down. Then the other guy got the rebound. Then, he knocked that one down. And, both of the players end up down there on the floor. And he makes the long pass down there, for the dunk at the other end. That was big.
We forgot to give him the assist on that one, by the way. And that one, too, he was so smart in keeping his hands up and not committing the foul. So both the block shots.
Oh, yeah.
The second one, he did get up a little bit. But he stayed poised. If it would have went in, he'd have been fine with that. But getting a piece of that, and a lot of those late deflections, especially on shots, really helped out there. So what do you think there? We got a lot of good looks here. We had, again, Keyshawn playing hard inside. But Dom was a spark. And, again, we say, couple nice dunks, but when you got a close game like that, you don't need a dunk. Give us a layup. They both count as 2 points. Now, as soon as they start doing a staging over here as to how good a dunk it is, and we have the dunkometer and going, well, that was worth 4 points.
Well, no.
Then maybe difference, but we're never going to see that happen. So lay it in, guys. It's all fine. Or, as you just say, Bradley, make sure 2 hands and you make the dunk on there.
Yep.
But really, I think Bradley probably started the game off and set the pace of this thing. A lot of deflections out there. Dom was out there as well. All the guys were on defense as well. I should not say pick out 1 or 2 guys on that, but I think BL3 probably set the stage out there early. Got the balls 2 guys. We had a lot of deflections out there, and then, of course, put an exclamation point on it late with the steal after Keyshawn has the 2 block shots and the dunk. So we'll go that with BL3. 19 tonight for BL3, but that's not the whole reason that he made the player of the game.
The tone setter in the first quarter. Without that first quarter, the Blue Devils are probably not walking out of here, with the regional championship. So, what he did in the first quarter, spurning, the 16-0 run to start and, ended up, 23-4 after 1, or 23-6 after 1. It's one of those things to where, sometimes games are won in the first quarter, and not in the fourth quarter.
Well, and I look, too, again, one thing we don't know because we're throwing out a hypothetical, that if we got down, how would we have played back from that? And we seem to have done that all year long where if we've gotten down, we can pick it back up on the offense because we're going to ratchet up the defense. And when we ratchet the defense up, that moves the offense. And so but I don't like us standing around a lot. I love the fact that when we're moving the ball or on defense, when we're getting after the ball, we get into transition. And then when we do get in the offense, keep it fundamental. Keep it simple. You don't have to do anything crazy. I think we got stagnant there for a little – not stagnant, but we stopped moving. And
too much one-on-one.
Yep.
Is what I was seeing out there as everybody trying to make their own move, doing one-on-one stuff where, we're not cutting off the screens. We're not, running the offense like Coach wants it to be run.
Exactly. And we'll hear from Coach in a minute here as he'll come down and give us the breakdown. Of course, in the postseason here, you always got to wait for him because TV seems to pop up there and try to get in, and so we all accept that. They can stick around, though, because don't they wait for us up at home usually? Yes, they do.
I have no idea.
Yes, they do. So, but we're good here as we're still here. We're always the last people here. And by the way, tonight we don't have a second game, as the second game was the other night, Belleville East and West. This was the championship from the final, the regionals. Got some Lancer fans down there, consoling their players, which understandable when you put that much out. And when you get down 16-0 and you put your game together and get back in the ball game, that takes a lot of energy, and it's a long season too. These guys played some good basketball, the Lancers I'm talking about. Their losses were against no shabby teams at all. We mentioned before the ball game here. Most of them, 7 out of the 9, came from 3 teams all down here. Edwardsville, Alton, and Altoff. And that was pretty good stuff there.
Number 1, Kenwood won tonight by 6 over Oak Lawn Community.
Kenwood is a good ball team out there. So,
they are.
And Coach is making his way down here, so we'll get the old headset rolling out here and get him on it. As we have silence. And joining me for Coach's comments, of course, Kunis Honda, Kunis Hyundai, Faith Family, and giving back as we all stretch our legs out. We all get set up out here. First of all, congratulations on the victory. And I'm going to tell you, when we started off there, everybody knew there's no way we're going to come out 16-0 and run this thing up and just run these guys off the floor.
Yeah.
But still, very impressive on defense, changing it over to offense. You're up 16-0. The first point they get is because we hang on the rim, not. But then turn around 23-6, so we felt pretty good after one quarter.
Yeah, no, it was a great start to the game, a little different than the first night that we played. But we played with confidence. We played solid defensively, didn't give them too many really good looks at the rim. And then offensively, we were able to push the ball in transition, keeping them on their heels from the start, which is great to see when you're playing a team like this. Obviously, they're a team that loves to get the ball up the floor and run in transition. We told them before, it's like, hey, sometimes you play those teams that really love to run in transition, but they don't really like to get back in transition. We gotta make sure that we're rebounding the ball and pushing it up the floor. And we did a really good job offensively there in the first quarter.
That first quarter might have been one of the best first quarters I think we've had all season long.
Yeah.
And Cam showed us a few times he's got the gear. And it's funny because when he got fouled, breaking through a 2 or 3 teamer there, they called the foul, which actually we would have rather had it just take off and run.
Right.
But I really thought the guys in that first quarter, and Dom, I know Dom didn't score the last game. That doesn't bother him, but I'm sure he was ready in this one, and he picked it up early.
Well, and it's great to see when you got players like this, or we don't normally have fans right behind us, which is a little different. But, you could hear a couple people, Dom, shoot the ball. You got to score. You got to score. And Dom turned to him and said, it ain't my game tonight. I got to guard. That's what I got to do. And, that's when you know you got it. We don't like our guys listening, period. But when they stay on task, that's what you really love. And Dom, showed his maturity there. The ball didn't go for him. He said 0 for 5 from the three-point line, 0 for 1 or 2 from the field. And but what he did do, he guarded. He got a lot of deflections. He got another, tonight, same thing. Led to a couple dunks on the other end for him. And, we'll take that.
And what I saw out there tonight, too, was everybody on the same page.
Yeah,
I saw guys looking. I saw no talking. I saw no complaining or bitching. I saw guys, and when a guy would miss a free throw or something, bringing 2 guys in, little high fives. I saw really good communication, real good teamwork, and that was the one thing, when we saw a couple of the, odd situations in a few games. It's just like, you go, that's not us.
Yeah, I mean, it's a team that, when you're as close as they are, you're going to have some of that. But, the big thing tonight was we got to keep our emotions in check. And it doesn't matter if we're up 20, if we're down 20, we have to keep our emotions in check. We know we're good enough to make comebacks if we need to make comebacks. We know we're good enough to hold a lead if we need to hold a lead, which we really didn't tonight. But, we have to stay in tune. We have to stay together, and they did a great job of that.
Yeah, the season is long, and, of course, it's year-round. These guys are like family.
Yeah.
And like family, you're going to get some bickering. Do you ever think the Douglas has ever bickered amongst themselves?
Man, I'm telling you what, man, for my family, 4 of us, 5 of us in one house, man, a bunch of boys going at it. There was my brother Aaron, tried to wear my clothes. I'd catch him at the high school wearing my clothes, and I'd send his butt home and get into a fight with him when we got home. So there's going to be some of that stuff, but you got to be able to put all that aside and know that we're coming together for the betterment of the team.
Well, and I thought a big part of this, was in the fourth quarter when you started going to Keyshawn down low, and getting him, and a couple times he made the moves and scored, and then a couple times he had 3 dudes hanging on him, and he didn't make the good pass. So, I think going through, Key, in the fourth quarter was big tonight.
No, it really was. Key's a staple to what we do. I mean, obviously you look at Longcore, and for good reason, one of the best players to ever come through this program. But you got to throw Key up there as well, the way that he's been playing. And he draws a lot of attention. And when you got 2 of them out there like that, and then you throw one of the better three-point shooters in the state in Dom and one of the quicker point guards in Cam out there, I mean, it's a lot of dangerous weapons. That's what we told him the other day. It's like if you're going to go to war, you can't go to war with just a knife, a pocket knife. I mean, you got to have other weapons out there, and we definitely have those.
Good stuff tonight. You know what's nice, too? Now we're heading to Collinsville. Coach and I have talked about it. Of course, Collinsville and all them are in the Southwest Conference. But guess what? They only play 1 game there a year on the road. It's our home court more. We went out down there and won the Collinsville tournament. I think we like Collinsville. I do.
No, we sure do. I mean, it's been really good to us over the years. And, it's like another home game for us. And when you look at our crowd tonight, I mean, it was unbelievable.
Yeah,
looking out here. I mean, last year when we were playing over in O'Fallon, same thing. I mean, it's Blue Devil basketball. I told the guys after the game, like, you got to understand how blessed you are to be a part of a program where people care the way that they do, and they really turned out tonight and turned this into Blue Devil Gym.
Well, and then that's why I say Quincy, Illinois is the mecca of,
really
of basketball in the whole United States.
Yep.
You know, a town of, 43,000 people,
Yep.
These success on the basketball programs on both sides of town.
Yep.
It's the mecca of basketball.
Yep.
Well, should be a fun trip home and should be a fun weekend, you think?
Absolutely.
There you go. I love smiles.
Yeah, I do too. Appreciate you guys.
All right. Have a safe trip. Have a good weekend. We'll catch you. And that's Andy Douglas. Of course, we're all getting out here as the lights keep flickering on and off as well as the Devils. By the way, Andy's comments are brought to you by I forgot who I had. QHS Honda, QHS Hyundai. I spent so much time with them the last day out here. As you saw those great pictures out there. We thank Andy, who had his little drone out there doing that kind of cool stuff out there. But thank you so much. Faith, family, and giving back. Coach, we win, we advance. That's how it is. It's always the way it is. That's what you got to do.
Tuesday night, we'll be down with the Purple Indian head, on the floor. So, we don't know who we got yet, but Alton was up, in Edwardsville going into the fourth by 11. So, it'll be one of those two teams, and, we'll be down here ready to roll.
And we'll make the theme I always do as you worry about your own stuff, and that's taking care of business. Devils did it tonight. Look next week on a Tuesday, Friday, and trying to pull it away. One more last thought?
Hey, I tell you what, let's get home. Let's celebrate this weekend. But, time to get back. Maybe look at some film tomorrow on Saturday. Get some shots up. Monday, start putting in the game plan for either Edwardsville or Alton. Get back down here and, let's go ahead and, get that. And, gosh, I thought they would get nets here from Belleville West, but I definitely like the Collinsville nets better.
You want to sing a little Sister Sledge celebration?
No.
All right. Well, I thought
do that.
You ran that way, so I thought maybe you had it there. So much like the Pittsburgh Pirates days and that. But we will celebrate. Quincy will celebrate as well as the regional championship. They're bringing it home to Quincy, folks, but that is only the beginning. We still have the sectional in Collinsville next week. Can't wait to be there. So, Coach Pettit, great night tonight. Thank you very much.
Let's let's do it. Let's take care. Let's take care of business. I know it's getting old with that, but one game at a time. Came out. Hard fought game tonight. Got the W. Now we got to do another one on Tuesday night.
Hey, why don't you buy the rights to that from Sony so I can actually play that from Bachman Turner Overdrive. So, anyway, fans out there, thank you. The fans who traveled, great job, Quincy. I talked to Mike Crow before the game. He came down as well. He's feeling better for all those Quincy people. He said thank you for the prayers and thoughts as well. Have a great weekend. Pick it up for Blue Devil basketball next week. The final here for the regional and the championship. The Quincy High Blue Devils 57, the Belleville East Lancers 50, and the champions, your Blue Devils. Love it out here. And this has been Blue Devil basketball right here on mechasportsco.com. Good night, everyone.
Good things are happening at Hardee's, right, Brian?
Here at Hardee's, we have a new $6.99 original bag. And you get 2 sandwiches, a fry, and a drink. You have your choice for the sandwiches between a regular hot ham and cheese, regular roast beef, double cheeseburger, or one of our chicken tender wraps. So you can pick any 2 of those, get a hot fry and a cold drink for only $6.99 here at Hardee's on 30th and Broadway.
That's Hardee's at 30th and Broadway, Quincy.
Bet you outdrive you this hole.
If you outdrive me, I'll take $10,000 off every car sold at QHS Quincy this month.
Daddy needs a new ride.